cool. Like I know there's right outside the outlet mall when you're coming north into town. That's kind of a tricky spot, and then coming south, it's pretty easy actually. But and the left-hand exit to go to downtown Minneapolis still trips me up every single time.
Oh, actually, we're live now.
Oh, we're live now?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I forgot to hit the go live button. So
I was gonna say I just clicked on the YouTube live link and it did not. Let's see here. Okay, now I can see JT drinking. Okay.
hey,
There we go.
like like I said before, it is fucking crazy that us people who are over 30 years old, it was so hard to figure out how this all worked.
Yes.
But at the 0 hour, we did it. We fucking did it.
When mankind needed us the most, we responded.
I don't know why Mick Foley would need us.
Oh wow! All right. Well, good.
I dropped some wrestling.
No, that's
already.
fine. I actually got to meet that guy a couple of times. He's really, really cool. So
I've heard he's a pretty good guy.
well, I work at the event center here, and we do minor league basketball team. We always do a pro wrestling night. I always have like Kurt Angle or Ric Flair. They brought him in once. Usually the guys do their pregame thing and then they leave. He stayed like the entire time, sat at halftime, just sat at courtside just watching the game. I mean, it's D League back then. Now it's G League basketball, and yeah, he was really cool. I think he was just happy to be away because like the very next day he's going to go have hip surgery done. So I think he was just happy to have a couple minutes of rest before that happened. But
Yeah.
Imagine that guy needing surgery after all the things he did.
Yeah. And he seems to have a pretty nice career made out for him now.
He doesn't do too bad for himself.
Yeah.
Or his daughter.
His son actually works for WWE right now.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. He might not right now, but he was a writer.
Okay.
For them.
Ooh, that's a tough job there.
Yeah. So hello everyone who has joined us now for real. We thought we had started, but I forgot to hit go live. Everyone from United We Drink and the Bitter Units podcast are here. Thank you for joining us on your Friday evening. If you check out the description for this live stream, that is the link for where you can donate for Feeding America. We set ourselves a little bit of a $500 goal. We're at $277 already before we even got started. That's fucking awesome. I'm also going to put the link in the chat. So if you want to donate there, I put myself out on the line and said that I would drink a Mango Truly lemonade seltzer if someone donates $25 during this stream and lets us know about it. You got to do some things that you're not willing to do in order to raise some money. I think Tim even offered to drink a Mike's Hard Lemonade.
Oh,
yeah.
God.
I was planning on icing myself, but I went to a couple liquor stores and I could not find any Smirnoff Ice anywhere around. So the closest equivalent I could find was Mike's Hard Lemonade. So, yeah, I will FMB myself, I guess.
I actually also hopped on that train, and I think we talked about this when we had Phil on the pod. I bought a cucumber sour for me to drink. One, I've not had a sour yet that I like, and as far as I'm concerned, cucumbers are the devil.
Yes.
So I'm on board. We're gonna get to that $500 number. I can feel it in my bones.
What if those cucumbers become pickles?
Well, then they're fine because they don't have the same kind of wang. Yeah,
cucumbers are so refreshing. What is
they're
wrong
terrible.
with you?
He got the 10 barrel cucumber crush, which I actually think is a fantastic beer. I drink that thing all summer long. So if he doesn't want to drink that, then I guess that's on him.
Are you one of those people that don't like cilantro either?
No, cilantro's great
How do you not like cucumbers?
because it
So
sucks.
weird.
If a pig won't eat it, I'm not eating it. That's how this world works.
Simple rules
That's
to live
not a
by.
rule I would
if-
live by. But
if
I
you
mean,
live, if you can put one on the ground and scare a cat, I'm not going to eat it.
Cats are afraid of cucumbers?
Yes,
Yes.
there's
tons
to
of
get some
videos.
It's a biological thing in that I think they assume that they are snakes, so they jump and run away from them.
Whole or sliced?
Whole.
oh
So if you slice it up, are they cool with it?
I haven't tried that.
Depends. Are you going to spiralize it, or are you? So it's
That's
one
the shit.
long cucumber.
I could test this theory. I've got one of them staring at me right now, wondering what the hell's going on. So
I mean, I assume the same thing works with zucchinis.
I was just gonna ask.
And
Summer squash.
I'm assuming they're not scared of zoodles. So
Of
I
what?
don't know.
Zoodles.
Zoodles.
Zucchini
Oh,
noodles.
okay, yeah.
okay,
Zucchini also sucks, by the way.
zucchini's way more fun to say
Jesus.
than cucumber, though.
It's
Welcome
terrible.
to the bashing cucumbers and zucchini live stream.
And bashing sour beers, which is just wrong because sour beers are amazing.
I've
If
never
they're done
had the
right.
10-barrel cucumber crush, and I've always heard that it's a really delicious beer.
It's just not too tart, but it's the right amount. It's nice and light, good effervescent. Just calling it. I hate the term crushable. Crushable is one of the most annoying beer descriptors out there.
It's JT's favorite word.
I use it a lot.
but calling it cucumber crush is absolutely apt. It's one that
Are you
I've-
saying it's crushable?
damn it, yes, I'm saying it's crushable.
Speaking of crushable, Anya's in the house. Gave her a little hashtag drink check, and we got Malort, which is crushable. I've got a whole fucking lineup here, so this is the ultimate drink check. I've had a hell of a day. It's my last day of my brewing gig. So I've got the Balvenie 12-year double wood, the Malort shot. I've already poured the scotch. Got Sierra Nevada Pale Ale. We were all supposed to drink Celebration, and nobody can find it. I got a Bon Viv Lemon Lime Seltzer, BOGO at Publix this week. And Luggage Combination Schwartz beer from Second
Ooh,
Shift.
Schwartz beer, nice.
It's all going down.
What I get some bartender friends that love Malort for some reason. Is that just like some bartender thing, or I never heard of until they're like, "We're gonna do a shot of Malort. You want one?" I'm like, "Yeah,
Because
okay,
they're masochists.
Yeah, it's more of a
Could be.
self-hate thing.
okay."
I always say I love Malort because I hate myself.
To be fair, William was probably coked out of his mind, but anyway.
All right, so I saw almost everyone hold up stuff there, except I didn't see Phil, but he did comment in the Nightmare Confetti. That's a cool looking can.
That's a great name.
Yeah.
What is it?
Is that Cigar City?
Yeah.
Nice.
Double dry hop, double IPA. Shit. Not drinking like a double IPA.
DDHDIPA.
Yeah, and then I got a Space Bishop.
Oh, is that?
And-
Oh, you went from Pope to Bishop.
Yep. Well, Pope is still around. Bishop is the bigger version.
I think I saw Space Bishop as a USA Up All Night After Raw one time when I was growing up.
There you go. Cats can have a little salami.
What the
what the fuck is that?
Apparently just
It's
not
a
cucumber.
double dry hopped IPA, and then for the kids out there,
Someone is going to feed their cat salami, kill it, and sue you guys.
No,
and throw a cucumber at it.
I can confirm. I've got some summer sausage that I got at work, and I've been eating it. And the cats have been going like ape shit trying to eat that, and I'm like, no,
Just
you
a
can't
little
have my
bit.
food.
All
Nah.
they need is a little, just a
Man,
little salami.
I miss this. This is industry talk right here. Back in the day, when Joel and I worked at our previous brewery, and we used to get probably 90% of our malt from Cargill. We used to get summer sausages every Christmas time from Cargill Malt
Oh,
as like a thank you for your patronage. And then I left that place and no more summer sausage. And now they're Swedish owned or something owned, like, or at least
The sausage.
The sausages. So it would be Sumer sausage. No, but like Bort Malt, who took over Cargill Malts, I don't know if they send out summer sausage. We are a customer of theirs, so we haven't gotten anything from them yet.
I just want some deer sausage. Just give me some venison right now. Can't sell it in stores, but I got buddies who hunt it. So freaking good.
Cats love salami. Pigs don't.
That's incorrect.
Well,
Hey.
that's what Anya is saying. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Anya is wrong.
You're gonna have to take it up with her. Yeah.
Sure, I'll
said
hear
her-
about that.
Damn, her grain
I'm not
farmer gave
arguing
them a
with her.
whole pig. Fuck.
Wow.
Yeah, we had talked about doing like our farmer. He said he would give us one, but we never worked out a time or a way to do it, which was such a shame. But he would bring in farm fresh eggs all the time, which was fantastic.
Eggs are a nice trade-off. I'd take eggs for grain.
Yeah, it was fantastic. We loved having eggs all the time, and he would bring in, when he would butcher something, then he would bring in a bunch of meat. But at one point we were gonna do a hog roast in the summer, and we just never got it worked out, which is just a shame.
Does anybody ask these farmers for mushrooms? Because they've got them. It's all around that cow shit.
Joel asking the real questions here.
Are you
get those
joining us from
lab-grown
from the
mushrooms.
International Space Station, Joel?
Why is that?
Just your mic seemed to have a little bit of a
Telephone like sound?
yes.
Oh, I actually tried using the space background earlier, and it's like, oh, this computer does not support that.
Are you on a 56K modem?
Yes, I'm
Sweet.
actually dialed in through AOL.
Those 27 free CDs you could get in a magazine.
Yeah,
I
how many
fucking-
hours do you have left?
It really doesn't matter. As soon as someone picks up the phone, the whole meeting is over. Um,
I just hope
I
that
fucking miss
t-shirt was
AOL.
worth it.
Yeah.
AOL chat was the jam. No, my kid's going through and he's taking typing class now, which is complete bullshit, by the way. What they should do is they should just allow children into chat rooms that are monitored by adults, because AOL chat rooms were not monitored by adults.
No, they were not.
And just learn to type.
ASL.
Have fun. Go. That's how it should be.
Their typing involves all thumbs nowadays. Like, I don't even know why they try to get kids to type on a keyboard. They're like, no.
My favorite chat room was Adult Sentence Game. It was people would somebody would propose a word and you would turn that word into an acronym. And it was all downhill for me after I did anti-disestablishmentarianism. And I'm not kidding.
Did someone wait? You came up with an acronym for that, or someone else?
I did.
Oh, you did. Do you remember what it was?
No, but it was probably like, Angela's nipples need to insert, like I just,
Good Lord.
yeah, like it had to be dirty. That's why it was called the Adult Sentence Game.
Gotcha.
But it was a lot of fun, and it was a complete fucking waste of time. I should have been in college.
Wait, are you talking about the internet? Because that's still a waste of time.
Especially
Well,
the
I mean-
Twitter portion of it.
The Twitter.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
if Joel knew what the Twitter portion was like.
Mm.
Anyway.
Yeah, I'm in Twitter jail.
How long does that last? Is it like a 30-day thing? Is it a...
It depends on the offense. So, like, sometimes I've been hit with this thing where it'll be like, oh, we got some notification that you said something bad, and if you delete the tweet, we'll let you back in. And then sometimes they'll be like, we temporarily limited some of your account features and you can be back in 12 hours. I got a fucking 7-day ban by a bot because it happened immediately. And
no shit.
I don't remember who it was. Some guy was talking to me. I had mentioned something about the Baconator the other day. I just tried the Baconator. It's fucking awesome. And there's not an Arby's near my job, but we'll talk about Arby's later. And some guy chimes in about like, these fucking hipster burger chefs, with the $16 burgers that are piled too high. And then I replied with, anyone who adds like mountains of arugula and artisan sauce should just, be hung for treason or something like that. And I guess the term like so-and-so should be hung for or executed for is like just an automatic flag right now. So it was within a couple seconds and they're like, you're banned for 7 days. Delete the tweet and we'll let you DM people.
Okay.
I can DM people and I can vote in polls. I can't follow anyone. I can't like anything. I can't retweet
you can
anything.
vote in polls.
Yeah. My favorite thing.
Oh, good. Yay.
Are empanadas still running? I haven't checked in a couple months.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, man. Well, guys, I would like to applaud us on our diversity because we have every kind of bearded white guy on this live stream right now. We've got guys with forward hats, guys with backward hats, guys with glasses, guys without glasses. Every single type of bearded white guy is represented here right now.
It feels like we're playing that tile match game.
Right.
I was gonna go with Guess Who, and if you guessed it,
bearded
guy, you automatically lost because everybody has a beard.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that poor Guess Who game where it was like, is your person a person of color? Flip, 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 flip. Is it Dave? All right. Oh man,
I did like the meme of Sam Jackson. Does he look like a bitch?
Oh man, Anya says she's the most diverse thing about this stream.
Yes.
Yeah.
She's not wrong.
No.
Tim, what are you drinking? I don't think you said.
I started out with a celebration, and I'm gonna switch to a steel toe size 7.
Oh, so good.
Yeah, which if you caught our last bitter units special for the Riot Bowl, a game between West Virginia and Iowa State, then we had the head brewer, my friend Michael Wagner over at Steel Toe on, and we did size 7, and this isn't actually even the 6-pack that I bought for the podcast. I went out and got more just because I love it so much, and he can, even though he has to pass by my house on his way home from work, I'm not going to guilt him for not bringing me more.
So it is a Minneapolis brewery.
Technically, it's St. Louis Park, but yeah, it's Minneapolis. It's a suburb. It's the first suburb outside of Minneapolis, and I'm on like the southwest corner of Minneapolis.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, we have like, I don't know, 100 some or whatever in Minneapolis, St. Paul, and going out into the suburbs, but they're one of the originals, and it's a really fantastic one. So at some point, I'll have to ship some down to Florida to you guys, and you can enjoy it.
I'm looking forward to my victory care package.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, we
wagered on the football game a little bit, and I have a victory care package headed my way.
So I take it you're a West Virginia fan then?
No, not at all.
Who's West Virginia?
Michael from Steel Toe, and then we also had Neil Stewart, who's the VP of marketing at Deschutes that we've talked to in the past. He was on again, and he's also a West Virginia grad. He went to grad school there. So we had 2 and 2 Iowa State guys with me and Tim, and 2 West Virginia guys, and then a guy who doesn't belong anywhere in JT.
Go Panthers.
I mean, the Cyclones are having possibly one of the best years that they have ever had. And keep in mind that it's COVID, so they've only played 5 games or 6 games or
We
whatever.
played 10 games.
They
Oh,
played
you got
10
all
games.
10 in?
Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
my gosh.
yeah. We played 10 games. We get
We're
the championship
professionals.
game. Yeah.
Or you don't report shit. One or the other.
My work, one of our owners is an FSU grad, and we make a big deal out of Florida State games, and they haven't played in a month because
insane.
of this stuff. And it's like I've had to cancel social media. I had stuff go out right after the announcement of a game being canceled and had to go back and change it all out. Like, this fucking year sucks for advertising. That's why I've kind of given up on it. But who's even number one? I'm not paying even any attention.
Alabama.
Bama.
Yeah, Bama.
Fuck Nick Saban. Can we all agree on that?
Yes.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely, for sure.
No,
I don't think that
disagree
guy's
with
ever
that.
You
smiled
can't
once
agree
in
on
his
that?
life.
No. I have family in Alabama. It's like my second or third team.
Are they
Go for 'em.
watching or listening?
No, but
Yeah,
I'm
I
going to
was gonna
stay
say,
true to myself.
How much money have they given right now, Phil?
Yeah.
I mean, listen,
Wait,
if you're
Are
going to
Bama
cheat,
sponsoring
cheat
the
well,
show and I
all
don't
right?
know?
No, but they buy Revitalite, which is a new product that I'm pushing. All right. So we need them to buy more Revitalite. So
Like male enhancement.
no, it's like a Pedialyte alternative. There was a press release this week.
Shout out to my brother out in Hawaii that's
Yeah, I see that.
watching the stream. He said if this wasn't good, he was going to drink so much that he forgets it. So
I mean, that's what I'm doing.
that's how you can tell we're related.
Hey, you made it through my podcast. I know
I've
two
made
of
it through
three of
every
us that could.
podcast except one.
But it was
and
funny.
So
It was
Mike
memorable.
pulled the Yahtzee.
Phil, you're being called out or asked here. How many teams do you actually have?
I am an
Anya
FAU
is,
fan.
asking.
So I went to FAU. So I'm a Fighting Owl, which has only
A fighting burrowing
6
owl.
games. They're owls now. They cut the burrowing out. All right. But it's the tiny one. It's not the big one. And I grew up a Gator fan, and I hate them now. Like, I can't stand the Gators. So I'm sort of I follow Alabama football, and I follow FSU because I have a lot of friends that are Seminole fans. So I'm not a fan of those colleges in particular. I can't really cheer for anyone besides FAU, but I don't despise Nick Saban. I am not a Dolphins fan. I'm a Buccaneer fan, and I think it's hilarious that everyone in Miami hates Nick Saban.
You think it's hilarious?
Mm-hmm.
He fucking ditched them after
Who
1
cares?
year, lied, said that I'm staying here, and like the next day went to Bama.
Wasn't it mid-season?
Yeah, it was mid-season. He actually quit.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Who cares?
he's a piece of garbage.
He does great in college, and he knows that. You can't say
So
he
is
is
Urban Meyer, and he's a piece of garbage too.
I think Saban's the Bill Belichick of college football right now.
I can see
I
that.
got a nod. I got some nods there.
I was gonna say, in that he's got a punchable face. Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
Like Pete
Listen, I
Carroll?
don't like Bill Belichick either, but I think he's one of the best coaches in the NFL.
Nobody
And
has
a
a more
burrowing
punch.
out is not a chinchilla. All right.
It absolutely is.
I have the stream going on above me, and the delay really throws me off. And it's going to continue to
Yeah, you
throw me
gotta
off
not
throughout the
watch that.
evening.
Yeah,
So-
no, I just have the chat,
chat.
going. Yeah, I had to miss everything else.
Does anyone have a more punchable face than Pete Carroll, though?
You.
No.
Oh, God, we could do a
Probably
whole
JT.
Yeah.
we
What's
could do a
that?
whole episode on punchable faces. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
We gotta stay away from industry punchable faces, probably.
See Aaron Hernandez. Yes. Aaron Hernandez was legitimately a piece of shit.
Oh yeah.
Joe. Hey, Joe. Sorry. I was looking to see who asked about whether the burrowing owl was a chinchilla, and that's my coworker. He has 2 or 3 chinchillas, little varmints.
But by the way,
owls
Phil
are
also
actually
has
very
2 baseball
aggressive
teams.
and I do have 2 baseball teams, and there's a good reason behind 2 baseball teams, because I didn't have a Tampa Bay Rays team to cheer for when I was a child. So I cheered for the spring training team that was closest to me. Actually my dad grew up in Baltimore, and then they moved over to Sarasota, but I'm an Orioles fan. Orioles and Rays.
Nobody can accuse you of bandwagoning onto that one.
No, I'm a Bucks fan, loser. I'm an Orioles fan, loser. Let's see here. I'm a Magic fan and a Heat fan, which is weird. Just they're just Florida teams. I really like Shaq and Penny growing up.
Your NHL team won a cup this year.
I only have one NHL team because I don't really understand hockey. And that's the Lightning. So
I want to take Phil to a hockey game and be like, what's going on? I don't know.
I like it. I know they can't go past certain blue lines at certain times. I know when the puck goes into a net, that's a goal. And I think
explain icing.
Icing is somebody crosses a line before somebody else does.
And you put it on.
I don't know.
Cupcake.
I like bites. Bites are good.
Are you seeing
like
is shooting?
drinking.
Are you seeing is shooting the puck from beyond half from center ice in it? Yeah.
And somebody
I was
isn't
just
past a certain
imagining
line,
slap
correct?
shots explanation of icing.
There you go.
Slap shot. Such a great movie.
How about Justin Herbert getting Rookie of the Year by default because Joe Burrow broke his leg?
Hey, James Robinson, man.
Robinson's up there, but Herbert, considering
Herbert's gonna get it. Come on.
Well, he got the start like, hey, 2 seconds before, and hey, by the way, we just stabbed our starting quarterback and punctured his lung. So you're starting, which is the most Chargers thing ever. Like everyone's like, are you surprised like that? I'm like, no.
Best quarterback from this draft class. Who do you guys think?
Right now or long term?
Long term.
I think it would be Herbert, honestly.
Really?
I know, shocking. I thought that before they drafted him too, for what it's worth.
So being an Orioles fan and a sports card connoisseur, do you have the infamous Billy Ripken card?
I do. It's actually out at PSA right now, and I have the one that actually says "fuckface" on it, not the whited out. The whited out version is worth a little bit more, but I really like the fuckface one.
Nice.
So we have Justin Jefferson should get it. He is having a great year, and Joey Burrow long term. I'm concerned about Burrow coming back. I really am. I think Jordan Love is going to be the best quarterback out of this entire class. I think working behind Aaron Rodgers is going to be huge for him.
You really think that the Packers are going to get the quarterback position right 3 times in a row?
Oh, that's it.
Just ask the Bears.
The Bears have never gotten it right.
That's what I was going to say. Just ask the Bears.
The Packers are already ahead of them twice.
I mean, even the very best Bears quarterback, Jim McMahon, was pretty average.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, I got a Jim McMahon story.
there are a lot of those.
I grew up in the north suburbs of Chicago, and I was like, I don't know, 7 or 8 years old. It was within 1 or 2 years after the Bears won the last Super Bowl in, 85? And I'm in my bedroom with one of my friends playing Legend of Zelda on Nintendo, and one of the kids from the neighborhood is screaming up at my window going, "Hey, you got to come down." And he's like, "Jim McMahon is at the shopping plaza like that is right behind our houses." So we fucking haul ass down there. There's like 100 kids on their bicycles and shit. And Jim McMahon is in like a Hallmark store with his kids. Like I think it was like a couple of young girls or something. And the whole store is locked. Like they're not letting anybody in to bother him and everything. He finally comes out of the store. He's got his sunglasses on and he's walking along the fucking strip mall. And one of the kids tries to approach him to say something. He goes, "Excuse me, sir, do you know what time it is?" And he goes, time for you to get the hell away from me.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, he was a dick.
Yeah.
He probably doesn't remember it now, and not just because of the CTE.
Not just because of the CTE, right?
I'm just gonna say James Robinson because he's helping my fantasy football team a lot this year. From that waiver wire pick, like week 2. And
Does Chase Young get defensive player of the year, defensive rookie of the year, just because of that hit?
What was that? What the hell was that?
Joel. All right, let's move away from talking about football. Should we drink the beer that we said that we were going to drink, or
I think everyone has it, right?
Yeah, I've got it upstairs. I meant to bring it down. I forgot, but I can go grab it real quick.
I'm on my last sip of paleo.
I'll have to grab mine too.
I have to grab mine. Phil did not complete
Negative.
this
I
challenge?
couldn't find it. I went to about 7 different locations today, and sadly, I cannot celebrate finding Celebration. Quite disappointed. I was actually in 2 different distribution center locations today. I was on both East and West Coast of Florida, and still could not find Celebration, which is disappointing because I really like that beer.
You have no one in the industry that you could talk to get you some.
I actually, one of the wholesalers, I'm actually in their house, and they said, "Hey, sorry, no grocery. Try this one location," and it was so far out of the way, I couldn't do it. And then by the time I got back to South Florida, or Southeast Florida, I didn't have time to run to another location with the competing wholesaler, which I contacted somebody and said, "Hey, where can I find Celebration?" They're like, "Yeah, it's pretty hard this year." So it quite disappointing that Celebration is not in our local grocery stores in Florida. Great beer.
Yeah,
Dogfish Head's on BOGO.
Really?
Yeah.
Who ever thought they would see Dogfish Head on BOGO?
At Publix?
Yep.
At Publix.
Oh,
this
wow.
week.
For 60 or
90.
Anything they have. 60,
90?
90.
Wait, 90's a 4-pack, right?
Slightly mighty. They had literally every Dogfish Head package was BOGO that they had.
My Publix doesn't even have a Dogfish Head brand in it.
Which Publix is yours?
Belvedere.
Okay.
It's a small store compared to like Southern.
That's a converted old layout, I believe. Riveting podcast, literally for everyone that is not
talking regional grocery chains.
Yeah, and if you don't know what an old Publix location looks like, so
now I had to get my Celebration from Total Wine today. They only had 12 packs.
That's what everybody was telling me, was go to, you told me Total Wine. I got told by 2 wholesaler reps, Total Wine only. So
that's the same thing I ran into.
Yeah.
And then I left it at work and I had to go back to work and get it.
Nice.
So Phil's the only one not partaking, right?
Correct. I'll just sit here and drink my IPA and live vicariously through the 5 strapping bearded gentlemen talking about Celebration.
There we go.
I mean, I don't have Celebration either.
There is a Quad Cities
4.
DJs.
Yeah, why are
reference.
Quad City DJs being brought up in?
Come on, ride that train.
Come and ride the train.
Celebration train. So that's
right,
that's
so
a throwback.
Let's throw this to Tim because this is his gimmick. Is
I prefer the term shtick. All right. Well, if you haven't already poured yourself a glass, go ahead and pour one. And kind of what we do is, first of all, we like to go through appearance, aroma, taste, smell, feel, and finish. Let's go and start with appearance. Mike, I'll kick it off with you. What are you seeing when you look at this thing?
What are we writing a fucking beer advocate review?
We're old school MikeLovesBeer.com.
I really liked it. 3 stars.
Great beer. 80%.
Yeah, exactly.
We're not ticking over here. It's like, to me, an amber, like somewhere between copper and amber color.
Agreed.
With a like off-white head. Big off-white head.
He said.
JT, anything else to say?
No, it's fairly clear. There's a little bit of cloudiness to it, but not a ton. As Aaron's favorite phrase, it looks like beer. But I am kind of surprised at the amount of head on this, that it's actually pretty thick, but no, it's definitely got a little bit more of a reddish hue to it, but that's okay. But yeah, and actually I can smell this one, believe it or not. So,
all right, well, good. Well, then we'll jump into aroma and let you go ahead and tell us what you're smelling.
A little bit of piney at first. Smells definitely fresh, and it's definitely got a clean smell to it. A little bit malty, but it's a very pleasant smell. Not like I say piney, just subtly piney. It's not over the top, hit you in the mouth with some IPAs that are like can actually smell like a freaking Christmas tree, and that's not a good thing. But no, it's definitely maybe a little bit floral to it too, but it's definitely a very pleasant aroma to it.
Aaron, what are you getting?
Yeah, what he said. But
there's analysis as always.
Yeah. I don't get a ton of piney like he's talking about. I'm missing that, but I do get some sort of sweetness, and maybe that's the a little bit of maltiness in it. But overall it's just a pleasant aroma, but nothing. I don't get anything that really stands out as being overpowering from anything else.
So, Mike, you want to tell them what they're really supposed to be smelling?
I mean, I get grapefruit. I get pine. I get like a wood, like something what makes me want to say cedar, but I don't think that that's necessarily right.
I see what you're saying though. Like it's got kind of that like cedar closet, cedar chest type of aromatic wood type of character to it.
The thing that I've always loved about this beer is that it screams in aroma holiday season without having any of those holiday spices. Like it doesn't have cinnamon, nutmeg, clove, ginger, allspice or anything like that, but
cardamom.
I put my nose into this and I'm like, yes, this is the holidays to me. And I don't necessarily know why that is. There are people out there who claim, and Sierra Nevada refutes this every other year or so, that this beer used to have coriander in it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny, Phil, Joel, and I used to know a person who that this beer used to have coriander in it back when we first got started into beer. I'm not going to name any names, but it rhymes with Jonathan Gottlieb. And this guy just was like, Celebration used to be better when it had coriander in it. He was our first beer snob. And he was so wrong.
No way. A beer snob being wrong? That's almost like the internet wrestling community being wrong, to tie into what we were talking about earlier.
Guys,
this was one of the original beer snobs. All right, so have some respect.
That guy was like all the evidence you need that old beer geeks are cunts.
Yes.
I
love when someone warns that 4-letter word.
I was not expecting that in the Christmas fundraiser.
Not
I've just received
everyone
word
that is-
Feeding America does not want to take our money because of that.
Oh, hey, I don't know if you've looked at our total lately, Mike, but you have a beer to drink.
Oh, do I?
Oh,
You do.
really?
Did
Where-
Oh, hey, look
No.
at this.
it's still the
No.
same?
No. Our good
Our
friend Eric
friend.
Hild, our good friend Eric Hild at Toppling Goliath just gave us $100.
Thanks, Eric.
Oh
Wow.
shit! Oh
Eric,
damn!
thank you.
Nice. Thank
Thank
you.
you, Eric.
Thank you very much,
That's
Eric.
Wow.
that's to pay us for all the Rawakan ops names we gave him during the pod that'll be coming out. All the puns that we did for him.
Oh yeah, we helped him out because if there's one thing the beer industry doesn't have enough of, it's puns. And so,
Yes.
so he made sure we made sure that he had more puns. So yeah, we will get to that in a second.
Yeah,
Eric, I want to get through the tasting of this thing, but I think we all have some beers and maybe damn it, I have to ice myself here.
And Joel has some Malort to drink.
Yeah.
Oh, I drank it.
Oh, yeah.
I drank some of the scotch, the Malort, the Sierra Nevada Pale Ale. I just opened the seltzer, and then after that is second shift.
Are you making a cuvee while you're going?
No, but I will if someone wants to kick in on the charity.
Do you have a chair?
Oh, set an amount.
Do you have like arm rails on your chair? Do you have a chair back? I'm concerned
Kind
about
of.
your health when it comes to.
Listen, my health is it's over. I don't know. Whatever.
All right,
Let's close 400. Let's get to 400.
Oh,
Okay.
once we get to 400, you'll do that. Okay.
Yeah, we're only 23 from there.
All right. So let's get back to talking about the
Celebration, bitches.
The celebration. Yeah.
All right. So
We got grounds for celebration right now with the fundraiser.
yeah, absolutely. Jesus, JT. All right. Anyway, so we'll just go ahead and wrap this up. Taste, mouthfeel, finish. We'll kind of do them all one shot. And JT, you're in the penalty box for that last joke, so I'm going to start off with Mike on this one.
A lot of the same stuff comes over. I always feel like it's a cop out, but a lot of the same stuff comes over from the aroma, but with a really good malt backbone. So grapefruit, like a really nice bitter grapefruit peel in there. I get that woodiness, and maybe it reminds me of like a fire that's what, or without being roushy, and just a good pininess as well. I mean, I love this beer so much. It is what I look forward to. I'm glad that I could only find a 12 pack because this will make my weekend even better. And hopefully some will stick around till Christmas Day.
Oh, absolutely. All right. Well, Aaron, what do you think?
Well, let me have my very first sip of it. I have not had this yet. I've been waiting to get to this point because I've not had this beer at all yet. So this is the first sip.
Excuse me.
You want to count a quarter of the bottle a sip. So I definitely get more bitterness in the taste than I did in the pininess and stuff comes out more when I drink it than it did for my nose. Maybe that's because my nose is broken. I'm not sure. But it is, well, yeah, there's definitely some maltiness to it. There's a bit of sweetness in there. It is not crazy bitter, which I seem to find a lot of up here in the Pacific Northwest, which I'm not a huge fan of. So it's nice.
You want to switch?
Kind of cut down from that. Well, I mean, I would, but Florida.
Wait, where exactly are you?
I live in the Seattle area. I live in Everett, technically.
Okay, because you're one state away from legalized crack.
Yeah, and shrooms and meth and everything else. It
Hey.
takes me about 3.5 hours to get to Oregon.
Hey, let me just say, you're trading no state income tax for no state income tax. Come on,
Oh,
it's easy.
You also have hurricane season.
I thought you were
Florida
going to say
man.
herpes.
You could get hit by a big earthquake at any
Humidity.
moment.
Stupid.
I'll take
old
my chances with
snowbirds.
the volcanoes, okay?
Yeah.
Hey, we just
The
broke
Florida
400.
man thing is bullshit because all that is because we publicly release our arrest records. I guarantee you someone in Seattle, Washington is doing the same crazy things. Maybe not to alligators, but to beavers. I don't know. I mean, you guys just don't release your arrest records.
I think we
No,
do here in
no.
Iowa.
Yeah, we do. We do.
We do in Iowa, yeah.
I
we
didn't
just
say
don't have-
Iowa. I said Seattle, Washington.
Oh, they don't up there? Okay.
I mean,
Hard disagree, Phil. There's a reason why there's the saying, there's always a Florida connection. I mean, we trained the 9/11 hijackers, for Christ's sake.
Wasn't
Whoa,
That was dark.
okay.
Very
Wasn't it-
quick.
I'm
wasn't it
sorry. It's evidence. It's evidence in my argument.
I had
That's
to
all it
drive by
is.
that airport today because 95 was closed.
Curse your
College got
sudden
shut
but
down
inevitable
for a few
betrayal.
days because of that.
wasn't it Kimmel that had the Florida or Germany because he was convinced that all batshit crazy news stories came out of either Florida or Germany, and so they would read off a news story and you had to guess which one it came from.
I think it was.
I don't know. I don't watch that shit.
could be.
All right, we
Uh,
broke 400. Somebody kicked in 25.
Former
Yay.
intern
Oh,
of the
nice.
show, Randy,
Oh shit!
had
Randy.
us break 400.
And
Thank
Joe,
you,
to
Randy.
answer your question, 450. So another $50 or whatever that takes to get me to drink that cucumber shit.
So I need to do a cuvee now.
What did you say? Like?
All right, so I've got. There's more Malort downstairs, but I don't want to leave the room right now. I already drank the Sierra Nevada
Is Randy
Pale Ale.
in the chat room?
He might be. I mean, it seems like he's watching, staying quiet.
Randy.
Is Randy feeling Randy?
All right, well look, I've got
It's okay to say yes.
I've
You
got
can
the
raise
lemon
your
lime
hand.
Bonvid.
He's probably 30 seconds behind though, so. Ugh.
all right.
Hey, is that a
And-
Field of Beers glass?
No, this is it's like a Scotch glass.
Oh, because I have the same glass, but it was from Field of Beers.
They give you a glass?
Yeah.
Oh,
Enjoy that coupe.
all right.
All right.
I've also
Bottoms
got-
up. Got a little Malort for the kids.
Hold on.
Trick-
Let me get
Trick-
the
Trick loves the
silly
kids.
can.
Wu-Tang is for the children.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Wu Tang ain't nothing to fuck with.
I'm not gonna lie. I just sort of like reacted to that.
To your Malort.
Yeah.
Well,
Not ready for it.
You know
All
what
right.
they say, Malort, because those pants aren't gonna shit themselves.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, you got to
By
punch
the way,
your dad
Joel,
some
there's
nights,
still
right?
2 more of these for you in my
Nice.
fridge.
All right, so I've got a fucking.
I think the miniatures are worse than the normal bottle.
I've got a lemon lime.
It's concentrated Malort.
Think so.
That's how I feel about Monster. Like if I get a regular can of Monster, it does its job. But if I get like the giant one, it's fucking weak.
Oh, the big one with the screw top? Yeah, that's
Yeah.
bullshit.
I
By
love
the
the
way-
screw top though.
We are now over $450. We're at $452
Nice.
now. So that
Oh,
means
nice.
that Aaron has to drink the cucumber sour.
I think Joe was the last one to donate,
yeah.
maybe?
Yes, he
Oh, yeah.
was.
Okay,
Yep.
thanks, Joe.
Well, hang on. I let me do my cuvee first.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
my coworker Joe throwing me under the bus.
I like
Give
your
the-
coworker.
Give
He's
the guy a
wise
job,
man.
and this is how he repays you.
Oh.
So
I like
we've
the
got
fact we have friends that are watching us and donating money just so we drink horrible things.
Yes.
listen. If it fucking helps feed the hungry during all this bullshit, I'll do this every night.
Worth it.
So
Yeah.
Bonviv lemon lime hard seltzer mixed with 17-year-old single malt scotch. And my sincere apologies to Libby and everyone at second shift, but I gotta throw in a splash of the Schwarzbier.
That's an expensive cuvee. I'm just putting that out there.
It's also
Put it in a baggie,
very
and you can put
strange
that
color right now.
on sale.
I'm
Oh,
really
man.
sorry for that scotch.
So bad for that intestines and tongue and
Oh,
everything.
he just pounds it.
yeah.
Look at
It's,
Whoa,
that guy.
whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh,
wow.
goodness.
What do you want to say to the people, Joel?
Enjoy Arby's.
No hail Satan.
I
No,
got
it's
an
the
email
holidays.
That's the
That's
perfect
what he's
segue.
gonna.
Well,
That's-
maybe he's just dyslexic and meant Santa instead of Satan.
Yeah. Anyway,
That's what he's going to be
Cucumber chant
screaming on
has
the
broken
toilet
out
tomorrow.
on
No,
the chat.
Joel, what were you saying?
Well, first let me say that tasted like if you've ever dropped a full stainless keg on a concrete floor and that like smoke, you know, that weird smoke smell from like the spark that it creates. That's what that tasted like. All of them are lovely individually, but holy shit. So I got an email today from Arby's, and it was a link to their merch store because they had all kinds of holiday shit. And of course, by the time I got to the link, most of everything was sold out. They had a goddamn beer glass. It was like a holiday Arby's like Libby snifter, sold out. All the frisbees were sold out. I was so pissed because I love playing frisbee with my son. They had some like night pants that I was getting ready to pull the trigger on, and then they sold out. Arby's meat wrapping paper. Like, come on.
Oh, hell yeah.
Really?
I wouldn't even open that gift. I would just leave it. I don't give a shit what's in it. It's like fucking Tom Hanks in Castaway. Like he never opens that box. It was probably a satellite phone. But yeah, all kinds of cool fucking merch, and it all went real fast, just like that Dunkaroo shit a few months ago.
So it reminded me, you said you got an email from Arby's. There was a franchisee at Buffalo Wild Wings whose last name was Pancake. Like his literal last name was Pancake. And he told me one time that he once applied for a job at International House of Pancakes. And he has a rejection letter that says, "Dear Mr. Pancake, unfortunately, we don't have a position for you at the International House of Pancakes."
Oh,
That's the absolute perfect thing to go.
Frame and put on your wall.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So we're at a point where Joel did all of that. So I think, Aaron, are you up next?
I mean, I can be. I was waiting till I finished my celebration. I have to go get
I'm
it.
drinking this bullshit.
Okay.
How dare you?
We
I'll
never
go
did
get it.
mouthfeel on celebration. Let's just
well.
go with good.
yeah.
Okay. I like it.
I went, there's
Very
a place
beery.
by my house that apparently still does mug nights, which I didn't know was a thing, but he bought a mug and then it was $1.50. It was 32 ounces celebration last night. So I got home feeling pretty freaking good.
How
And then
much was the mug?
$10, but you can use it like forever. And they've got certain beers which are mostly
Forever,
Sierra
ever?
Nevada. Yeah.
Forever, ever?
Yep. And pretty much any Sierra Nevada beer is $1.50. So
Cyrus Jackson.
I am for real. Da, 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 da. But yeah. But no, it's a really damn tasty beer. Once again, Sierra Nevada just as a whole just makes delicious damn beer across the whole spectrum. And there's very few beers I haven't liked, and maybe it's because that I don't like that style of beer more than it's made poorly. It just doesn't fit my palate. But yeah. I love
Mike,
this beer.
What's the mouthfeel of Truly?
Pain.
You drink Topo Chico all the time. You're telling me it's not the same?
No. This has been my argument for fucking ever. Is none of these things that say hard seltzer are as effervescent as a real like non-alcoholic seltzer. Like they don't have that bubbly feel. They're not dry. They're
I would say they
sweet
have
messes.
Well, I would say they have slightly more density.
Yeah, so it's not seltzer.
It's carbonated water. It just happens to have alcohol. And
No,
residual
because it
sugar.
has fucking sugar in it too.
Joel, Anya is calling you out here too. She's saying it's not the same thing as Topo Chico, or she says Tops Chicks.
No, I know it's better. Topo Chico is dog shit.
Oh, why did I?
But no, like let's despite the fact that you're wrong about that, the
Topo Chico is like the Haze Bro of fucking seltzers. I mean, it comes in a 4-pack. You know, it's more expensive.
Oh,
but let's even
Tastes
take
like
your
juice.
bubbly and your aha. They're like the carbonation level and the dryness on those is far higher than anything marked seltzer with alcohol in it.
Well, that's your perception, which is subjective. I mean, I doubt you're, putting it on a Zom.
No, I mean, I guess I could, but I don't. It's when you add as much sugar into these things as there are, that it's going to obviously hide some of that to the perception of someone. Like I like seltzer water because it is dry, it is light, it is bubbly, and has just a little bit of flavor. It's not sweet. These things are just so fucking sweet. I can't deal
The
with it.
lemonades for sure. I mean, I haven't had those in a bit.
I've had other things that are not the lemonades, and I mean we had a number of seltzers at my bachelor party weekend, and all of those were just so sweet. Honestly, I remember the very first truly lime and grapefruit that I had like 3 years ago, and I thought those were kind of impressive. And now having those, I'm like, oh, these aren't. Or I know they've changed recipe, but they're even sweeter now than they used to be. And I get that more people like sweet than not, probably in this world. I'm in the minority with that. I don't like sweets in general. When it comes to desserts, I prefer like stuff that's tart in nature. So I get that, but I'm also allowed to say what I think about this stuff, and it's too sweet, and it doesn't come across as seltzer to me.
Well, everyone in the chat is not happy with my take on Topo Chico, and that has awakened my contrarianism that is inherent in me. So, yes, Anya, as soon as I get back on Twitter, my fucking profile picture is going to be a bottle of Topo Chico with a red circle and a slash through it. I'll post pictures of me drain pouring that shit. Yeah, but I'll probably end up liking the hard seltzer version of it.
All right, here we go.
Aaron's
Terrible.
drinking cucumber sour.
It smells awful.
He's gonna say it's fucking better than he thought.
Why does he have it if he's so anti-cucumber?
Strictly for this. It's pretty terrible. It is. Okay, so I will give it this. I've had 2 other sours in my life, and all I could taste was vinegar on those. So I don't know if they were bad or what.
Which I told you that's an off flavor, so they weren't good
So
sours.
I don't get that so much here, a little bit, but not not like it was in those other ones, just a hair. But it's very cucumber god awful flavor wise. But it almost makes me think this is what those fucking seltzers you guys are drinking taste like.
I wish there were more cucumber varieties.
It's
Like
kind of
varieties
bubbly
of
and
cucumber or varieties of beverage with cucumber.
yeah, that's the second part.
I mean it's
Hey,
kind of bubbly and it's kind
There are
of
varieties of cucumber.
terrible.
You done messed up, Aaron.
I mean, I think I could drink this sour if it was a different flavor, which is a progression from what I thought of sours
flavors of
before.
the crush too.
They
yeah,
do.
they have other crushes. Yeah, I think cucumber's the best.
I bought a 6-pack of this just for this pod, and I will drink it because I'm a sadomasochist. But it's pretty.
Shout
terrible.
out to Phil, who I think said on his episode on your pod, cucumber saison.
Yes. Hell yeah.
Cucumber saison.
That was a good beer that CCB made.
Great.
All right. Well, I'll save my icing of myself until we hit that 500 goal.
Oh, okay. So
Look at this
Tim's
guy
moving
moving the fucking
goalposts,
goalposts.
but-
Yeah.
Yeah, what the hell?
Okay, fine.
Jesus.
475, and I'll ice myself. I have 2 beers that I'm drinking right now. I can't be icing myself.
What, are
right
you an
away.
amateur? Is this? I thought you went to Iowa State.
No, that's true. I did, and I just got called out by my friend Matt Van Wyck at Ale Song out in Oregon, who is an Iowa grad, on the Iowa State basketball game going on tonight. So apparently,
that
You
is
mean?
odd,
I'm
isn't
sorry.
it?
I'm sorry. You mean the Iowa scrimmage?
yeah, I know. So apparently, I'm gonna have to send him a Minnesota beer here pretty soon.
Is it going that poorly already?
Well,
It's actually not that. It's 11 to yeah. It's 11 to 2.
Aaron, he's actually a Wilton grad as well.
Fuck him.
Yeah.
nice.
Aaron and I went to rival high schools, and we didn't know that at the time. We went to rival high schools, so no, Matt is the second best looking brewer to ever come out of Wilton, Iowa.
Man, this
He's
is
Matt's
crazy.
in Eugene. Is that right, Tim?
Yeah, yes. Ale Song is in Eugene. Yeah.
I'll have to stop there the next time I'm down that way.
Yeah, they do a whole bunch of wild fermented beers, so you'll have any number of things. They have a really great kind of barrel aging in like wine barrels, things like that. They do a lot of non-traditional styles, or I guess traditional styles, non necessarily popular styles, I guess. But a lot of barrel aged stuff. So I think you might find something you like, but you'll probably find a lot of stuff that you'll consider a little tart.
Okay, so this is weird. Are you guys watching the Iowa State game at all, or no?
I'm
No,
I'm
Okay.
not
following
watching
along.
the Iowa State game.
What? Yeah, because Phil probably doesn't even have the Big Ten Network. How this game's on
No.
the Big
I
Ten
do.
Network.
I have all the sports networks.
Oh, well.
BTN has no cameras low for the game, but there's some student underneath the hoop shooting the game. Why aren't they using his camera? Sorry. Just
You want that low camera?
no. I understand why they don't have a low camera because of COVID, but
Jesus.
from a standpoint, if they've got someone down low shooting it, why isn't it part of the broadcast? Sorry, this is my side hustle. So
Your
Being a
side
nerd?
hustle is talking about broadcasting or sports betting? One
Yeah,
or
bro.
the other.
I'm a cameraman on the side. So
Oh, really?
so I've done.
I didn't
Yeah,
know that.
so watching this broadcast, it's really weird because I can understand from a standpoint you can't have people on the court, yet they have someone on the court, which is weird. But anyway, sorry.
Oh, did you-
No,
my
I'm more
my
impressed
friend
that your
Chad
side
just gave us
hustle
that.
is cameraing and not sports betting, because
No.
most people are into sports betting as their side
No,
hustle.
my sports betting is basically here's my wallet, take all my money. Okay, that was fun.
My side hustle is my job that pays me.
That's
What I do
not
for a
what
living
side
is
hustle
drink.
means.
What?
I drink for a living and work for the side hustle part. Yeah.
Phil, did you even notice the artwork right behind JT? I figured you guys would be bonding more.
The old baseball card
Yeah.
package. Yeah. I noticed it when I was on the pod.
There you go.
That's
I just
Okay.
didn't say anything. Though.
Is
That's
there
a
bubble
top-
gum in it?
It's a tops one. Isn't
Like
it?
really stale
Yeah.
bubble gum?
Yes. Yeah,
I've got
very,
exactly.
some-
very
30-year-old
high count run. Probably not worth much, but maybe if the corners are tight and the no dings on the actual card.
Maybe not near mint.
I tell you what,
No,
Phil.
it's got to be mint.
Do you want to hear my greatest sports card trade of all time, Phil?
No,
Yes.
but we'll hear it anyway.
We're gonna. So you remember when I don't even remember what card it was, but I think it was an upper deck card. of some
Starting
sort
off well.
with
This is a
Tim
good
Couch as a
story.
rookie card. They only did like 400 of them back in the day. And
400,000.
No, I think it was 400 of them. It was a numbered card.
Wow, nice for Tim Couch.
Yeah. So when it was hot, I
Nice,
traded
Joel.
that card when it was supposedly worth, according to the book, right, $400 or whatever, for a PSA 9 George Brett rookie card.
All right, I think you came out on
I
top
came
on that
out
one,
way
but
ahead. And my brother in
Yeah.
Hawaii, who's cheering on the cucumber crowd, I gave that to him as a gift, and this is how he repays me.
I feel like we need to have a whole separate live feed just of
God,
Joel,
that's fucking terrible.
because Joel's not saying a damn thing, but he's sitting over here mixing drinks in his mouth, and it's been cracking me up the entire time.
Mouth
I think it's
mixologist.
disappointing you can't see all 6 of us at the same time.
Yeah, that is kind of
live
weird.
feed.
No, that's
Yeah.
very fortunate. Because I mean, if you're
Yeah.
looking at one of us, you're looking at all of us.
Yeah, right.
That's racist, but true.
It's absolutely true. Absolutely true.
And
Well-
we're over the top, so you've got to get that drink on.
God damn, we are at $677.
Holy shit.
Well, what?
Way to
What?
go,
Way
guys.
to go. Thanks, everyone.
But
Holy shit. Okay.
Holy cow! Thank you.
so it
That
didn't really matter
was-
if I had to wait to 500, I guess. So
Guess now we got to figure out how to get to 1,000, huh?
Yeah.
Fucking Christ. I when I set this up, they're like, set a goal. And I was like, oh, fuck. I don't like to do stuff like this because then if it doesn't happen, then like I'm just like I feel bad. And I just went low ball. I think 500 was the lowest that I could pick
Okay.
on this. And I feel fucking awesome for all the stress that I've put myself through over the last few days on trying to make this happen. Like Tim was with me for what I hoped would be a 10-minute conversation last night. It turned into over an hour trying to test out some stuff last night. Like I kid you not a single dream that I had last night did not include this live stream because I was just so into like, this needs to work. This, like, I need to make this work. People, even, I don't care how many people want to watch this. People want to listen to us. And I don't want to let those people down. And I don't want to let down this fundraising thing that I'm trying to accomplish here, that we're trying to accomplish here. And it's fucking awesome that it's all coming together. And I'm so happy to have all 5 of you guys here hanging out, and all of you guys and gals watching and chatting along. It means a lot to me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
yeah,
Yeah, thanks for all your hard work. I
Yeah.
know it wasn't easy to get this done.
I said it before and I'll say it again. The fact that 12-year-olds can do this, and it took me so long to figure out how to do this in a good fashion.
Mike and I
Next-
kept on saying that last night. We're like, motherfucker, how the hell
We-
can 12-year-olds do this? The two
You
of us
should've-
can't figure this out.
Dude,
You should have called me, Tim. I have an 11-year-old daughter. She probably could have figured this out for
That's
us real
true.
quick.
We should have. That's true. All right. Well, you know what? I promised an icing, so I will.
The miking, not an icing.
It's a miking, and
Is
Is it
better if it
is
was
it
Zima.
OG Mike's Hard Lemonade?
Oh
Jolly
God.
Rancher. Ooh, baby.
I love that your green screen is changing.
The label. Yeah. I really wish I had some purple passion right now.
All right. Well,
What is
let's go.
Oh, you didn't have purple passion? Basically,
that your local
grape.
It's a really-
Back in the 90s, it was basically grape flavored Everclear.
Oh
oh
God.
shit. No, we were big on St. Ides Special Brew.
St. Ides, yeah.
Come on,
MD
Tim.
2020.
Come on, man.
MD
That was only like half the bottle, and you had to take a break.
Tim's currently making the face that we do when we see Tim's face.
Listen,
Oh,
same time,
fuck
man.
yourself.
Same time.
Oh, Joel's going straight to the bottle now.
How blasphemous is it to just take fucking 17-year-old single malt scotch to the dome like that?
Fuck them.
If they can't handle it.
Oh man, that is sweeter than I remember that being. Holy cow!
What was that
Holy
again?
cow.
That was a Mike's.
Oh, that's. You gotta go.
Hey! We started streaming 69 minutes ago.
Nice.
Nice.
Thanks. Woo!
You're all getting canceled.
I don't drink soda, so that's the most soda-like thing that I've had in a while.
Yeah.
You got to go on YouTube and watch Dennis Leary's bit on beer and coffee. Oh my God, it's like he's like,
oh, how he just wants a beer flavored beer.
Pete's Wicked Ale, Pete's Summer Wicked Brew. Who the fuck is Pete? Fuck Pete. And that's from like '97. But it's funny. It's very like prophetic. He talks about like cranberry nut crunch ale and all this other shit.
Yeah.
I mean, I wish he would update that bit for 2020 because
You know what?
holy shit.
I'll go drink. I've got a really shitty chocolate. I'm sorry, not chocolate. Really shitty coffee stout in my fridge right now. I can go grab that since we passed 600.
Do it.
Okay.
Wait,
So you've moved the goalpost to where you're doing it to yourself because we've already hit the goal?
Yeah.
I like
yeah.
it.
Celebrate.
I didn't think we-
counterproductive.
Or do you want me to wait till we to get like 700? I can wait till that.
I think
mean,
it
it's
should
not a
be
big-
the next goal.
750. I mean, that's
750,
3/4 of the
okay.
way to 1,000. So
Wait, but I want to know why this coffee
Fast,
beer
man.
is shitty. Like I'm big on coffee beer. I made coffee
I
beer
used
today.
to like coffee beers, but right now every coffee stout tastes like 3-day-old cold coffee to me. They all taste like crap. And I used to love coffee stouts. Maybe I'm just drinking the wrong ones right now, but the one I
I'm
got
sure you're drinking the wrong ones.
because
if
I got
that's
in
the
Beer
case.
Drop, and Beer Drop has been pretty good so far, but this one is not good at all.
Joel and I are firmly team coffee beer. Firmly team coffee beer.
There's a really good coffee beer in Omaha at Brickway. Brickway has a great coffee stout. And actually, Omaha has a bunch of really good breweries.
All right,
period, but
best
yeah.
coffee beers. Let's go. Come on.
Ooh.
Fast paced.
Victory at sea.
Brickway.
We are beer podcasters, and we should talk about coffee beers and
Ooh,
got
Victory
it.
at
I
I
Sea.
got
have not seen a Summit beer in I don't know how long.
Oh my
This
That's
god,
nice to see. That's a
that's how I know
fucking
you're in
sexy
Minnesota.
can.
This Summit Dark Infusion, it's only available in a variety pack right now. It is a coffee milk stout, and I have been drinking the shit out of this thing. It is amazing. I am so happy this beer is in my life in 2020.
Mr. Nut, what's your best coffee beer?
Best coffee beer is probably, honestly, like I said, the Brickway out of Omaha. I just love that coffee stout. It's really good. I've had some other ones too, and I just can't remember off the top of my head because I sometimes will do the Hy-Vee, which is our version of Publix here. You can build your own 6-pack of craft beers, and I'll just grab
Our
random
Publix
ones.
doesn't do that.
Okay, Hy-Vee does that. You just grab them random 6-pack of cans or bottles, and it's $10 for a 6-pack, and you can mix and match however you want. And I'll just randomly grab some throughout the ages. And did Sierra Nevada ever do a coffee stout?
Yeah, there's they did the coffee beer that was used to be mixed in with the mixed pack, remember?
Yeah, I want to say it was part of like the
I-
Narwhal mix pack and all that way back when. Or maybe not that long ago, but
I know they have. I
definitely
just
feel
can't
like
think
I've
of it
had a
offhand.
Sierra Nevada coffee.
yeah.
Yeah.
Aaron, what do you have? Coffee beer.
I have no idea.
I'm going Terrapin Wake and Bake.
Wake
Joel.
and Bake's
Wow.
good, yeah.
Oh wow.
That's a great fucking name, by the way.
Okay,
It's
so
a really good coffee to begin with, and
Jittery
Goose
Joe's.
Island Bourbon County Stout coffee is probably my number.
There we
two.
go. No, that's a good call. I forgot about Goose Island. Goose Island, ironically enough, that guy who started Goose Island graduated from UNI with my uncle, but But yeah, no, Goose Island, yeah, that was a really good one back in the day. Back when
What do you have,
Goose Island,
Joel?
Me, Mr. Team Coffee Beer.
Yeah, man. I ended with you because it's that important.
Wait, we didn't get one from Mike?
No, Mike said victory at sea.
Victory at Sea
Oh, okay.
from Balsport.
And Mike, there's a version of Victory at Sea that I had at Extreme Beer Fest that was better than a very famous version of the same beer that's super hyped up and was actually local. And I don't even want to say it because no, like
I know which one you're talking about.
Right. They did their iteration.
I was there with you.
Yeah, they did their iteration of that, and it was fucking unreal. But I'm gonna give you my top three. Because
I've just now thought of another one.
Yeah,
so,
I thought of a couple too.
Joel will probably say it too.
Yep.
Same EBF.
Yes. Carton Brewing, Cafe E Churro. This is like a fucking 12-ounce can of 11.5%.
Oh, hell yeah.
Coffee and cinnamon cream ale. It is fucking unreal. It tastes like dipping a churro in a cup of coffee. I had it at Extreme Beer Fest. It literally blew my fucking mind. And I got back in line, got another sample, and I made it a point to tell everyone who was pouring that beer, that is the best fucking beer in the festival, the best coffee beer I've ever had. I mean, it is bonkers.
We were working that as brewers, and we stood in line to get that beer. We had it, loved it, and went back to the end of the line to wait for it again. We didn't even use like connections to be like, hey man, hey, can I step behind your booth real quick? We're like, let's fucking have this again.
Yeah. No, I don't even like that, like stepping into the booth shit. Like I'll happily get back in line for it. But that thing was mind blowing. And it's one of those things that inspires you. It feels like wizardry. Like, how the hell did they make this?
But it wasn't until you said EBF that it made me think of that beer, because that is a fantastic coffee beer. And Carton does, they have their regular coffee, which is an 11% coffee cream ale, like that is pretty damn good. And then they do these variations of it. And the Cafe Churro was stupid. I think Hanapu Day, like a month later, I went and worked, and they had it there too. And
oh shit!
And Augie Carton was there, and I was telling him, like, dude, this is fucking amazing. I've never had anything like this for a coffee beer or any beer in general.
Hands down, some of the best dudes I've ever come in contact with. I love Carton. Boat beer is my beer for sure.
Boat beer is a very good beer. Yeah.
So
not a coffee beer.
So my friend Jeff brought up two beers that I think are, I can't believe I forgot about. First of all, Dark Lord. Dark Lord is a beer with coffee in it that I don't know how that wouldn't make anyone's list.
The normal Dark Lord has coffee?
Normal Dark Lord has coffee in it, and is
Phil's shaking his head.
No, there's a dark matter version of it that
I'm pretty sure regular Dark Lord has it.
Ooh,
no.
We got a fight going on.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think it's a standard imperial stout, but
let me look at Three Floyds here. Let's see what they say.
I've got a few.
Dark Lord, the standard Dark Lord, a demonic Russian-style imperial stout brewed with coffee, Mexican vanilla, and Indian sugar.
I guess you're right.
Yeah, Lisa Frank.
Holy fuck!
Yeah, Lisa
Frank.
Frank.
I hate the fact that you just had to admit Tim was right.
I love admitting when I'm wrong. I did not realize that had coffee in it. That is an amazing coffee beer. Super sweet, very soy saucy with a little bit of age.
It is, I don't love the way that thing ages, but when you get it early, it is really sweet. But I think it's a fantastic beer.
The dark matter version from like 2011, 2012 was out of this world. It literally turned me on to dark matter as a roastery.
The other one that Jeff brought up was Cellar Maker out of San Francisco, coffee and cigarettes. And if you have not been to Cellar Maker, had any Cellar Maker beer, you need to. If you live out on the West Coast and make it up to San Francisco at all, or down to San Francisco, Cellar Maker's making some fantastic beer and coffee and cigarettes. Is amazing.
I've actually had that beer.
Yeah, and
yeah, at their tasting room in San Francisco.
Yeah, it's a neat because it's a very small kind of vibe place, but yeah, I love it.
Because it when I was there visiting with my now wife, who's originally from there, it's not far from the McKellar bar. So we were like, we started in at the north part of the city and worked our way down into the Mission, just walking and drinking. And Cellar Maker was a place that I wanted to go to, and I can't remember if it was her or I that got it, but I do remember it being on tap, and I was like, this is the worst name for a beer because it sounds gross, but I want to have it because if it's a Rausch beer that has coffee, it would be great. But
with the smoke,
but no, it was a fine beer.
It's a good one. Cellar Maker. So my friends Jeff and Chad, who speak up on the chat, you cowards. We spent some time in San Francisco and we went to Cellar Maker, and it's such a great place. The other one, and I'm gonna totally do a toot my own horn type of thing, but we had an ESB.
Shocking.
Yeah, whatever. So we had an ESB that we called Minnesota Special Bitter, and then I totally by accident one day took my coffee mug and I meant to grab a glass to grab a taste of ESB just so I could see how it was tasting that day, and I accidentally put it on top of coffee, and I realized how amazing that was. And our friends down the road in Shakopee, Cameron's Coffee, would come in all the time, and so I said, how about we do this thing, and we called it Minnesota Special Breakfast. So
nice.
So for MSB, it was still an MSB. We had a launch where we brought in like an artisan waffle vendor, and it was fantastic. And we did this launch of this ESB with coffee. And I don't know that you would normally think of ESBs with coffee. It was perfect. It was amazing, right? Because like you get kind of like a tea, an English tea type of thing coming out of ESB with coffee. It was amazing. Oh. Absolutely.
That sounds amazing to me. Yeah.
I was gonna follow up. I said, in that, like any of the, didn't have any good coffee beers for a while. I've actually had the Dark Infusion, which was amazing. We're gonna give shout out to Eric who donated to us. I've had the Willowtized Coffee Stout several times.
Oh yeah,
which is a phenomenal beer. Then there's a couple local ones. There's one 515 Brewing, which is right by my house. Barb does an amazing job, despite the fact that she's basically brewing in a closet because she doesn't have enough room. They have one called Dunkel on the Haters.
Nice.
Which they actually, I want to say, I could be wrong, but I want to say they debuted that, tying it back together during an Iowa Energy or Iowa Wolves game, which was the minor league team I was doing camera work for. And then one of my favorites is actually Confluence Brewing here in Des Moines, which those people do fantastic work. It was 2017. They did a Bourbon Baron aged porter with Frederick's coffee, and I gave it 5 out of 5. So you see, actually, sometimes Untapped can help us out, Tim, despite the fact you hate it so much.
I don't hate Untapped in theory. I hate Untapped users.
I'm with you. So it's like any social media is what you're saying.
Listen,
I don't hate Twitter. I hate all the people on Twitter.
Right?
Hey, I've got a meme. There's no factual things, but it's got to be true because there's words and numbers and it supports my political theories.
No, I think Joel and I have had conversations about the way people use Untapped and the way they rate things despite every amount of evidence in front of them as to why they should be even thinking about what they're drinking.
Well, the thing is this, like, and the funny thing is that the first time I heard about Untapped was at a bottle share at Phil's place, like 2010 or 2011, whatever it was. Some dorky social media guru messaged me on Twitter like, "Hey, have you seen this? You're into beer." And I'm like, "That's great. All you asshole Foursquare mayors and like that's what it's just what we need. Like fucking the Foursquare of beer." But I'm telling you, that is when I first heard about Untappd. And like what I've always said is that the best and worst thing about the internet is that everyone has a voice. And yeah, it's cool to have that feedback and figure out like, okay, here's what everybody's saying about your beer and everything. But at the same time, there is so much just like non-constructive criticism. And, it like, you remember when like certain people reviewed movies like Siskel and Ebert and shit like that, like only certain people used to review things, like people who were professionals in that space. And now it's like everyone can just shit on everything and not have any real Christ, I have named beers after negative Untappd reviewers. That was like one of the big things at my last brewery. But I don't know. Stick it up.
That's modern American society now. Is you can't. That's kind of the way we're as a society now. You can't let people enjoy something. You've got to shit on and let them know how bad it is. Like that's kind of what we do now. Like life has become the comment section, which you never read the fucking comments because they're fucking horse shit. But yeah, but no, I completely agree. Like look at Star Wars. Like there's actors and actresses that won't ever act again because the internet mob went after them so hard. Like the gal. Can't remember her name and
$702.
Oh, sweet.
Shit.
A little bit more.
Thank you.
Trying to figure out who that was, but thank you very much.
But the gal who crashed and took the God, I just watched it. Never mind.
Chris Shipley.
Are you talking about the Rose
Shipley
Tico character?
Yeah, because like people were so mean for her, like
Chris, thank you,
being
Chris.
in love with the character, and like she almost quit acting because people were such assholes to her on Twitter. So,
well, look, people are garbage, yes, but at the same time, The Last Jedi is a complete piece of shit. Mike and I had this conversation like I don't know 2 years ago or something like that, and he kind of helped me understand like what was going on in that movie, and I was a little bit more enlightened about it. But at the same time, it's just fucking dog shit.
No. The movie before it is fucking dog shit with Rian Johnson, who's a good director.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what
yeah.
I don't dislike The Last Jedi.
That's my buddy Jeff, the hot Tim machine.
I got fucking super baked, walked into the theater. I fell asleep at some point. Next thing I know, I wake up and fucking spoilers, Emperor Snoke is dead. Somebody sliced him in half.
Yes.
And I'm like,
Supreme Leader.
Whatever. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, people have been speculating 2 years. What happened to this guy? Who is he? Where is he from? People thought he was like, Darth Vader reincarnated. There were all these theories and shit. And it's like 10 minutes into the movie, you fucking kill this guy with no context. It's like, what are you doing?
And then you have the escape scene that like the casino scene that goes on for long.
I could talk about the Star Wars stuff forever, but
I just did
Star Trek something about beer. I think.
I'm just really confused because like when I left, we were talking about Untappd, and I was not gone that long.
And now we're talking about Star Trek. It's weird and not cool.
Users. So basically, what you're saying
with tribbles with cinematic genius
is Star Wars nerds are basically beer nerds on Untappd. Is that what I'm gathering from all of this? So
that's the moral
we're
of the
all
story.
nerds just about different things.
I was on the toilet this morning and I see this article about. Like George Lucas explains why there's such corny dialogue in the prequels, and I'm like, dude, that was fucking. Like that was like over 20 years ago. Who gives a shit? Your sequels were fucking terrible. You were bought out. Your sequels are dog shit. You've lost whatever magic you used to have. Like, just let it go. You're a fucking billionaire. Just sit in your fucking ranch, enjoy your butlers and your private cooks and all that shit, and just fuck off. Like,
fuck off with Vince McMahon too. Get the fuck out of here, Vince. But,
here comes Mike.
Yeah.
Here comes Mike.
Oh yeah.
No, I fully agree with that. Fucking give the reins to
Triple H.
At
To
that
Triple
point.
H.
H.
Triple H.
I
And
think
fu- and
that
not to
the
mention
sequels
Regal,
are better
too,
than
yeah.
the prequels by a lot.
Yes.
And
Rogue One.
Rogue One is awesome.
Rogue
and I'm
One-
also
Rogue
going
One
to speak.
was.
I'm gonna
does
speak
that-
up for Solo.
Yes, it's a prequel, but it's not the prequels. But
Everyone hates on Solo, and Solo's a great fucking movie.
Dead silence.
No, everyone hates it because they said it's depressing. It's like Han Solo is a jaded motherfucker. You don't become a jaded motherfucker without some bad shit happening to you. So therefore, like the Solo story is not going to be uplifting. So, but no, Rogue One's my favorite thing besides the Mandalorian and the Star Wars universe, which I have not seen tonight's episode yet.
Did you see all those trailers and shit that dropped yesterday after the Disney investor conference?
Not
No,
all of them,
not
just
yet.
a few of them.
Oh
yeah.
my god! Listen,
Joel's about to orgasm all over
Yes.
this live stream.
Yes, I'm telling. Listen, I am such a huge fucking Marvel fan, and
Sploosh.
That was amazing. Everything that
And-
was announced yesterday was
yes,
outrageous.
and we have. This is the first year since 2008 that we have not had any Marvel property whatsoever. And when you consider the fact that last year everything, a decade of IP culminated in this massive fucking movie that became the biggest thing of all time. I mean, no one has ever done this where, a decade of IP just constantly coming out and referring to each other, and it's this giant fucking universe. And then all of a sudden we go dead silent for a year. Like, just put fucking no one really gives a shit about Black Widow. Just put it on Disney Plus. I'll pay $50. I don't give a shit. Just give me Black Widow right now. You're delaying it a year and a half already. But
My friend Jeff just sent me a text that said, "You motherfuckers never watched Star Wars Rebels?"
No, I didn't watch that or
I've
Clone
never
Wars.
watched any of the cartoons.
I
No.
tried to watch it again, and the cartoons are so outdated technology wise. I might as well watch Red versus Blue. So,
oh
yeah.
shit.
I can still watch Red versus Blue.
I think it looks like a warthog.
You mean a
But
puma?
also,
Well,
you mean like the shoe
yesterday-
company? Why is
Yesterday we
why
got
is
a-
my dead body still here? Well, you're dead. Your body doesn't move. No, why haven't you buried yet? Oh, sorry. But no, Red versus Blue. Does it hurt when you go through a teleporter? No, not at
Look,
all.
if we're gonna talk cartoons, anyone want to comment on Animaniacs coming back on?
Yes.
I haven't watched any of it.
They have been fantastic. They have not lost a step. If anything,
I haven't watched any of the new ones yet, but I need to. But yeah.
Oh, you need
Bring back 2 Angry Beavers.
to.
I thought we were talking
Hashtag.
about cartoons.
What?
How old are you?
What the fuck is Too Angry?
Me? How old am I?
That's my dating life, actually.
2 Angry Beavers? Wow.
Oh God.
That's just the,
That's
just the cleaning lady.
What
that's
about,
just the cleaning ladies.
Oh,
Who saw the
Jesus.
fucking Tom and Jerry trailer?
No. Wait, what?
So they're bringing back Tom and Jerry, which in 2020 you would think would be like completely sterilized.
Yeah.
Because I mean, if you like, I am a huge fucking Tom and Jerry fan, and if you think about like some of the real old shit that was out in the 40s and 50s, I mean, it does not work at all in 2020. Like, people would lose their goddamn minds. I mean, those are cartoon characters who smoked cigarettes, for Christ's sake.
Yes.
And but that's like the shit we grew up on. But now they've got kind of a Sonic the Hedgehog-esque live action with cartoon movie coming out with Tom and Jerry. And while it looks corny as fuck with all the live action people in it, I mean, it still looks like they're blowing each other up and getting into all the violent shit. I mean, I'll see it just because I'm a huge Tom and Jerry fan. My expectations are low, but I'm still excited to see it. If it turns people, in this age on to Tom and Jerry who haven't seen it before, I'm all for it.
I don't know, man. A lot of the other live actions, even if they thought they were good or looked good, I'm just there's a lot that Tom and Jerry got away with because it was a cartoon, and I don't know how you take something that is a cartoon and put it into, I don't know. Maybe I'm judging it before I have seen it, so I will refrain.
Wait a minute. They are doing a live action Tom and Jerry?
Yes. I mean, Tom and Jerry are not actual animals. Like, this isn't some Adventures of Milo and Otis bullshit. It's
like John Krasinski and like Mila Kunis playing Tom and Jerry or something like that as humans.
Mila Kunis, I'm in no matter what. So yeah.
Yeah.
I just picked two names off the top of my head.
I don't even like Jim Beam, but when she comes up in that Jim Beam commercials, I will buy a case.
Yes.
So for those of you just joining us, this is the United We Drink and Bitter Units live stream.
We got to 952.
Of 2 beer podcasts talking about everything related to beer for charity.
For those of you just joining us,
so I got to drink the coffee shit.
We got to 9:52 at 9:52 p.m. Eastern Standard.
No shit. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll go grab the beer real quick. So, but all right, I guess I got to go grab the. Oh God.
Well, I guess at 1,000 I'll make my announcement and then bow out.
That's right.
Joel has an announcement too, I think.
So 2 announcements at 1,000.
Okay.
In the meantime,
Joel, you good with that? You wanna announce at 1,000? Yours?
I guess I don't know what I'm announcing.
I mean,
there's things going on, but I mean,
yep. There's motion in the water. The waters are moving.
I mean, I might have farted in the bathtub, but
that's motion. Things happen.
Somebody in the chat saying Wrath of Khan, hands down one of the best Star Wars ever.
That was Phil.
Hi.
Oh, you're WP. That makes sense. Listen, for my money, it doesn't get any better than Star Trek IV: The Voyage Home. I mean, the most preposterous fucking movie about them going back in time to save a couple of humpback whales. But when you consider the mid 80s were full of these fish out of water stories, which were absolutely ridiculous and simultaneously amazing. Like Crocodile Dundee, Splash, Crocodile Dundee,
Free Willy.
Everybody, welcome back to Joel and Ebert.
I mean, what'd you guys think about Jar Jar Binks in Star Trek? I mean, I thought he was a really good character.
Yeah. I mean,
oh, Phil, you're a terrible person.
Like Star Trek 4.
I'll nerd out on so much more stuff, but I can't nerd out on Star Wars.
I'm enjoying Phil's background.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very anime.
Ooh. We made another jump, fellas.
Yes. Thank you to Jason, who just donated $50.
Yeah.
We're at 752.
3/4 of the way to 1,000.
I also want to throw out a shout out right now because I am just finishing off my bottle of Lagavulin Offerman Edition 11 that Randy, who is watching the show, gave to me for my wedding. We polished off a lot of this bottle at my wedding. Joel and Phil can attest to that. And I love Lagavulin. Like, I still have a 16 bottle that Randy gave to me as well. And fucking love Islay scotches.
So when
Mike, since we have people watching and we're talking scotches and drinking scotches, let's tell everyone, while you're watching on YouTube, after us, Go look up Brian Cox, the actor, Cox. There's just an entire series of like 3-second videos of him pronouncing Scotch distilleries. And
It was like for
fucking
Vanity
amazing.
Fair or something.
Yeah, and it's fucking amazing. It's just like Lagavulin, and then that's it. And then it's like
Ardberg.
Right.
Oh, I know who that guy
Bruick
is. Now
Laddie.
that you're saying it, yeah.
Yeah, he's from Super Troopers. He's the chief.
Yeah. Well, I think he was in Braveheart too, wasn't he?
Oh,
I've
listen.
actually never seen Braveheart.
Yeah, you're not missing much.
Get the
He's in
fuck out of
Braveheart,
here.
Troy.
Get the fuck out of here.
His best
I love you.
performance,
Always have.
which is hammy as fuck, is in I want to say
Jesus.
1996, 1997, The Glimmer Man, starring Steven Seagal and fucking Keenan Ivory Wayans.
God damn it.
Classic shit.
I'm sorry. You mean Sirs Steven Seagal and Keenan Ivory Wayans?
Oh, have they been knighted?
They have been.
I
yes.
missed that.
Wait. Keenan Ivory Wayans is knighted?
Listen, Keenan Ivory Wayans and Damon Wayans in The Last Boy Scout. I mean, they're both playing like the comic relief sidekick, fucking role. It's amazing. I wish they would have done more. Like, they're all terrible movies. Like, what's the one with Keenan Ivory Wayans? The Lowdown Dirty Shame with Keenan Ivory Wayans. These are horrible fucking movies, but they're amazing at the same time. I just bought fucking Time Cop for like $4.99 4K UHD on Google Play. It's dog shit, but I love it.
The
Like,
Last Boy Scout is amazing.
Yes, the
And
Last
Halle
Boy
fucking
Scout.
Berry.
Yes. The Last Boy Scout should have been fucking Die Hard 3.
Yes.
JT,
How many
you
wardrobe
answered
By the way,
changes
Jamie
has
O'Hare.
talking
JT
about
had?
shit. Was
Are
that?
we talking about the best Christmas movie and why it's not Die Hard?
No, we're talking about the. No, it is Die Hard or
God
National
damn
Lampoon's
it,
Christmas
Phil.
Vacation. Or before he
You're
got
a terrible
canceled,
person, and I hope you die.
we brought up we brought up Dennis Leary earlier. He's in a really good
Hope
movie
you
called The Ref.
die
Yes!
Painful
Yes!
death.
The Ref is
Ref-
awesome.
The
It's a
fucking
great
ref.
fucking movie.
Oh, the ref is very good. Yes.
It's got the little shit from Bingo. It's got Kevin Spacey. We'll not mention him.
The
What's
dog
her
bingo?
name?
What's that?
What's the fucking wife's name?
I
It's
can't remember her
Judy-
name. Judy or something like
right?
that.
She is amazing.
She's a
She
great
fucking-
actress.
She fucking steals the show in the breakup with Vince Vaughn and Jennifer Aniston.
Okay, I
Um,
need to watch that. But fucking BD Wong is in it randomly.
Yes! He's the fucking therapist at the beginning.
Yeah.
This is a brilliant,
Judy
like,
Davis.
yes,
Yes.
It's like 1993, 1994. This is a fucking underrated, under the radar classic Christmas movie.
It's
Yeah,
really
no, I would
fucking
agree.
good.
Fuck.
I would
How
agree.
old was BD Wong to have been in that movie?
He was
Well, he
probably
was in
like
he was in
mid-30s.
Jurassic Park before that, so
He was?
yeah, he was the scientist in Jurassic Park, the first Jurassic Park.
And then later
BD
on,
Wong,
he was
60 years old?
Yeah.
Holy
Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
also in
He
the
looks
most
great.
No, he's also in Mr. Robot, which if
Oh yeah,
nobody's ever watched.
I know. I know
My
him
God,
from
what a
that.
great show. Like the episode where they said, "We have no commercials. You're welcome," was one of the best executed TV shows I've ever seen.
Although I will admit I haven't watched the last season.
Oh my God. Holy
Oh,
shit.
How about
Yeah.
BD Wong as like this fucking like government mercenary in 1996 Executive Decision with fucking John Leguizamo?
I just remember that was a movie where like Steven Seagal's in and he dies like 3 seconds in the movie.
That's
He was
the
also
movie-
in Joe's Apartment that same
that's,
year.
Yeah, that's the movie that fucked Steven Seagal's career. When you kill Steven Seagal off in the first 5 minutes of a movie,
Let's be honest. Steven Seagal skilled Steven Seagal's career.
Yeah. That's true.
He is talking about gigantic assholes, like legit, like Under Siege, amazing. Out for Justice, awesome.
I don't know
Yeah.
that
But
I
he's-
use the term
but look,
amazing
you-
for
you-
any of
listen.
that.
I'm going to agree with Aaron on that.
If you stand back and
fuck?
look at his fucking career objectively, I mean, look at Out for Justice, Hard to Kill, where he just like Hard to Kill feels almost racist. Like he just fights all these fucking Jamaican guys in Chicago or something.
Yes.
Out for Justice. I don't know why all his movies in the beginning had 3 words: Marked for Death, Out for Justice,
Above the law.
Above the Law.
Under siege. No.
Under Siege. That's 3 syllables. Congratulations.
But Under Siege fell into that category of like, it's Die Hard on a battleship. You know what I mean? Like Speed was Die Hard on a bus.
Yes.
You know, you can't deny those fucking movies. And in the
Speed
early
2 is Die Hard on a cruise ship.
oh god, Speed
Well, it's a
2
really
is
good
like,
bad guy because Willem Dafoe's fucking the shit, man.
Willem Dafoe is a national fucking treasure.
Ah, Jesus.
Especially in Boondock Saints. But
Yes.
if you
Yes.
like, he's a fucking Power Ranger villain in Spider-Man 1. Like, I don't know why anyone liked that fucking movie. But what were we talking? Steven Seagal, like Steven Seagal for a few movies was just on top of the fucking
Yes,
world.
he was.
And
Tommy
then when
Lee
you,
fucking Jones is under
oh my
siege.
god, he fucking
Gary
stabs
Busey.
him. Yes, he
And
fucking
the Playboy model who gets naked out of a cake, which was really helped my puberty. But anyway.
Erica Eleniak.
I'd just like to point out
Erica
that the whole
Eleniak
time you
didn't-
guys have been talking, our total has gone from 752 down to 751.
What?
Someone got a refund.
By the way, that means I
That's
got
what
to drink.
happens when you say, "Hey, American Express, I'm sorry, I did not charge that $1."
Wasn't
I
Erica
actually
Eleniak from
refreshed just to check. I'm like, that can do that?
the Hillbillies?
Beverly?
Wasn't she Beverly
Hillbillies?
Hillbillies?
She might have been.
All right, well, look, let's stay on.
Yes,
on
Erica
Christmas movies.
Laniak was in the Beverly Hillbillies, but she wasn't Under Siege. She was in ET even.
What?
but-
E.T.
Yeah, she was. Yeah.
Oh God. Oh
yeah.
Jesus God.
I still haven't finished this cucumber shit.
She was.
I am drinking the coffee milk stout from Storm Peak Brewing in Steamboat Springs, Colorado. Jesus, guys.
I have my backup ready. I
Oh
heard
my
somebody
God.
say Pilsner earlier, so I went and grabbed a Das Schutz.
I just basically drank like you've got the old coffee urn where you put the grains in. Like if you just took a mouthful of that and ate it after 2 days, that's what I just fucking drank.
Oh, JT.
Jesus, God damn Christ, that's
Oh,
awful.
Is that a
JT.
Midwestern thing? What's a coffee urn?
We use it at work. It's where you've got the tray and it's kind of like a percolator.
It's a samovar.
Is that like a
There you go.
stovetop burner thing?
It's a samovar.
You're
Who's
using
Sam?
words that I still don't really know what you're talking about.
I know because I was hoping to sound pretentious. It's a.
Well,
You know-
you didn't have to
samovar,
try
Tommy.
very hard.
Speaking of shitty movies, the best DVD I ever bought in college was Over the Top and Demolition Man, double-sided
Tim's monocle
CDs.
out again.
Mr.
Oh,
I
wow.
am the law.
Because Over the Top is awesome, and Demolition Man, look at that cast. Sylvester Stallone, Wesley Snipes is one of the best villains of all time as Simon Phoenix. Dennis Leary, Rob Lowe, Sandra Bullock, Benjamin
Lowe.
Bratt.
Rob Lowe. You
Not
mean
Rob
Rob
Lowe.
Schneider?
Rob Schneider, thank you.
No,
You
that's
know-
Judge Dredd.
You literally got the wrong person.
I know.
Rob Schneider
Jack
stars
was
with
Jack Black.
Sylvester
It was Jack
Stallone and
Black's
Judge
first
They're
Dredd.
not
movie,
even
too.
really close.
Tim appreciated that.
Oh God, Mike, that was a beautiful joke.
Jesus.
I'm so proud of
All right,
you for
look.
that joke.
Oh, God.
Look, we
Oh,
talked
God.
about top coffee beers. Let's get into top Christmas movies. I love the fucking ref reference right off the top because
The Ref is awesome. Nobody
Yes.
knows it. It's also got, there's a show called Manhattan that was on WGN when they started their own station. And the main character from that is one of the dumbass cops that accidentally erases the tape. But yeah.
oh my god, what a fucking amazing movie.
JT just Anya called you out, and she is absolutely right.
Oh,
No, if-
sorry.
Yeah, no. If we're gonna go top Christmas movies, look, man. I'm going Better Off Dead. That is still.
What did she call me out on?
What?
What did I miss?
Rob Lowe and Rob Schneider, probably.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And she also says Trading Places, and I think she's right. Trading Places,
Absolutely.
is absolutely a top,
1000%.
a top
1000%.
I've
five.
never seen Trading
Yes.
Places.
Okay, you
What?
can fucking leave the chat.
I must be a couple seconds behind here. I'll refresh. So.
I feel like I go with the traditional stuff. Like I love Home Alone.
It's still yes.
Yeah,
The-
I showed that.
the
I
fir-
showed that to my 5-year-old last week, and she loved it. So
Yeah.
yeah.
All right, well let's go down the line and everybody can list off their Christmas movies.
Home Alone, Elf,
No,
Scrooge.
fuck Elf.
Fuck you.
No,
Yeah.
no,
This
that's
is
the
my
most
list.
overrated garbage. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No, Will Ferrell plays the same character every fucking time.
Doesn't
loud and
mean
I'm-
that he's
yeah.
not good at playing that
you know what? And you know
character.
what, JT?
That character sucks.
It's still
mean
it's still
Saturday Night
funnier than
Live?
anything you've ever done.
Scrooged,
Yes.
um, National Lampoon's Christmas,
Of
Oh,
course.
so great. So fucking great.
and
I'm
I don't care that it's played 24 hours, but I love Christmas Story too.
Fuck yeah.
yes. I'm still missing where Anya called me out. I'm sorry.
You just-
Anya, clarify.
Yeah, whatever. Anyway.
All right, look, let's go down the line. JT, your Christmas movies.
Top 3 Die Hard,
Fuck yeah.
Christmas Vacation,
Yep.
and then The Ref. I'm not The Ref. Yeah, The Ref.
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay.
Fuck yeah.
And then probably honestly after that, shit. There's a movie that's not a Christmas movie, but we watch it as a family during every Christmas. We watch Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
That's a Christmas movie.
That's the quintessential
That's
Thanksgiving movie.
It's a great Thanksgiving movie, and honestly, like I can feel for like everyone's like, man, Steve Martin's such an asshole, but I can be like, I've been with people who really annoy me, and you're just like, I just want to fucking snap, and you can only take so much. And there's just that movie still holds up, by the way, in my opinion. But yeah,
1000%.
God rest John Candy. You were an amazing human being.
It was your Rob and Rob mix-up that she had a problem with.
Oh, okay. Oh, I just saw.
Rob
Okay.
Lowe.
Well, Rob Lowe is not in any of those fucking movies. Rob Schneider is in Judge Dredd with Sylvester Stallone, not Demolition.
No, Rob Schneider's in Demolition Man.
Oh yeah, but it's a
Yeah, he
bullshit
is.
part.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
It was-
is.
He's in it
Once
for
again,
2
I said-
seconds.
Yeah, but he is in
no,
it.
he's in more than that. He's like the 3 seashells.
Rob Schneider is.
And then,
He doesn't know about the 3 seashells. Yeah.
Yeah.
and by the way, so that's Jack Black's first movie too.
Who is Jack?
Who's Jack Black?
Jack Black from. Really?
Right.
No.
That's what it sounded like Joel was going for.
Oh.
But yeah, Rob
Who's Jack
Schneider's
Black in Demolition Man?
He was one of the scrubs. He's just in a couple scenes where they get
Wasteland
to the sewers.
Scrap number 2.
Yeah, he's
according
just
to the
holding-
cast.
He's
Oh, that's
just
a
holding-
fucking extra.
Exactly.
had no
but that was his
dialogue.
first movie.
He had no
Rob-
dialogue.
Rob Snyder's
first-
role is uncredited, so he's not even in the credits.
No shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Rob Schneider is in a Christmas movie called Home Alone 2, motherfuckers.
He was.
Yes.
Yeah. He gets a tip, which was gum. He's also in Surf Ninjas. It's also a great.
Oh
terrible
my God,
movie.
Surf Ninjas. Surf Ninjas is a Christmas movie. It's
Quan
not,
Su,
but it is.
dude. But yeah. But anyway,
Quan
but
Su.
no. Quan Su, dude.
Quan fucking Su. Oh my God.
But oh God, I was gonna say, son of a bitch.
And you did say son of a bitch.
No, there's someone with Demolition Man. Shit. I just
Okay,
completely
how
forgot
many
it, but-
hats has JT worn?
Warren.
No.
Whatever. Fuck it. We've been drinking. 3, Phil? So he's had 3 wardrobe changes.
If you can tell me all 3. Oh God.
I saw
Demolition.
Chargers and Cubs.
Cubs,
Yep.
Chargers, and
Oh,
University
and
of Rhode Island?
UNI.
You and
Yep,
I.
you got it.
yeah. Northern Iowa.
UNITY. All right, Aaron, Christmas movies.
Oh my God.
All right, I think I only have 2
Oh.
that you guys haven't mentioned yet. One
Oh.
is A Charlie Brown Christmas,
Yep.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
and 2, Gremlins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm down on Gremlins.
Phil?
Down on Gremlins.
I'm gonna go Elf number 1, Gremlins number 2, and Krampus number 3.
Krampus is a horror movie, right?
Doesn't matter. It's based around
No,
Christmas.
I just
Krampus
wanted to
is-
make sure I knew
Yes.
what you
Yeah,
were
it's a
referring
horror
to.
movie,
Okay.
and a really good haunted house at Halloween Horror Nights. Like really good.
Tim, Christmas movies.
I'm gonna go Better Off Dead #1, and I will always say #1 on that one. Scrooged. I'm gonna go with Scrooged #2. I'm going to go with A Muppet Christmas Carol #3.
Okay.
Wow.
Muppet Christmas Carol was a good one.
Muppet Christmas Carol is fantastic. I love it. The songs in it are actually surprisingly very singable. Rizzo the Rat has probably the most underappreciated role that he's ever played. If I can talk about Sir Rizzo the Rat, because he was also knighted. But no, I really like that movie as a straight up Christmas movie. Scrooged, I think, does not get enough love. I think, it was kind of panned at the time, but I actually think Bill Murray is that's kind of peak Bill Murray charm.
Yeah.
That was like dark Bill Murray, kind of like almost Groundhog Day Bill Murray. It reminds me of the way people look at like dark Jim Carrey. Like they kind of don't want to
Cable
acknowledge
Guy.
it.
And
Yeah. Cable Guy. The fuck's that other movie? Eternal something.
Sunshine.
For a
Eternal
Spotless
Sunshine.
Mind,
The
The
Spotless
Spotless Mind.
Mind. Yeah, I love that movie.
Listen, people don't want to acknowledge dark Jim Carrey, but he is a fucking amazing actor overall.
How about freaking God, not Liar Liar, but what's the the movie where he's a writer and it's during the Red Scare and The Majestic.
Oh yeah, The
never saw
Majestic
that.
was
Yeah.
good too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Majestic's an awesome fucking movie. It's him. He's a guy that's a writer, and he gets accused of being a communist during the Red Scare, and he gets drunk and he's driving home, and he ends up his car crashes and he hits his head going over a
And
bridge.
Correct me
Wakes
if I'm
up-
wrong, but filmed in Florida.
Was it?
I think
There's
that
always
was
a
filmed
Florida
in
piece.
Destin, Florida.
That
Or
would make
somewhere
I can
along
see
the
that.
panhandle.
The
But that and
Redneck Riviera.
the Truman Show were amazing. Or
Or
Man on the-
maybe that was what I'm thinking of.
yeah, Truman Show probably.
But yeah, no, if you go back and you watch Scrooged now, like take some time off and like go watch it now, I think you'll appreciate Bill Murray's performance in there more.
1,000 fucking %.
Oh yeah.
And if you don't just lose your shit crying at the end of Scrooge, you're a soulless, inhuman sack of
Heartless
shit.
bastard. Yeah.
I mean, the end of Scrooge, what I like to me, and this ties into the whole Christmas theme, and I'm probably gonna start crying. Like
I thought
Bill
JT
Murray
was playing a guitar, but he's playing his cat.
Yeah,
Bill Murray at the end of Scrooge.
I've got a guitar right in front of the computer if you want me to grab it.
No.
Okay.
Let Joel talk and don't do that.
Bill Murray at the end of Scrooge and Clark Griswold in Christmas Vacation are what I feel like everybody should aspire to be. Like just completely I don't know how to explain it, but like when Bill Murray kind of like wakes up at the end of Scrooge and he realizes like this is who he wants to be and this is how he wants to see the world. Like that is fucking undeniable. And you can just Google or YouTube that clip at the very end where he becomes the man he wants to be and realizes like what's really important in life. I mean, that shit will wreck you. And I will randomly revisit that throughout the year just to feel that. It's fucking incredible. Did we get Mike's picks?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
So
feel
I
like every
guess-
time Mike like contributes to something that you've asked, like whether it be coffee, beer, or whatever, you decided to just not
I
listen
get
to them.
forgotten.
Yeah, no one gives a shit about Mike.
All right. Well, so
Not even Mike.
Can we? So
Phil,
sorry. Go ahead, Tim.
Phil, I think has an announcement. Wait, have you made your announcement while I was gone? Do you need to make your announcement?
No, we haven't got to that. We're still at 752. We hasn't moved up at all.
We're
yet.
not going to get to 1,000.
Yes, we are.
Yes, we are.
I
Well,
personally
I do have
guarantee
to
it.
bow out this evening, so Joel can save his announcement until we hit 1,000. We can just do a rolling marathon. I unfortunately this will be my last regular appearance on United We Drink.
What?
I'm taking some time to spend with my family. It's been a an interesting year that is eventually leading to some really, really fun and exciting things for my family. And for the time being, I cannot technically announce what's going on because it hasn't happened yet.
Okay.
He won the
but it-
lottery.
but
He's transitioning.
no, not yet. But it's super excited. This past
Shut the
year
door.
has taught me with lack of travel that I get to be more part of my son's life. And as the year continues on, I want to be able to be there with him. We do record United We Drink Sunday nights, and since we actually started recording United We Drink has a later bedtime now, and during the weeks it's
You're
really
welcome.
hard for me to what'd you say?
You're welcome.
So it's really nice to be able to spend time with him, and at night in particular, where we get to bond. So for the time being, I'm going to step away from the show and just spend some time with the family. I'm always happy to come back as a guest. That's assuming that Joel and Mike want me back as a guest. I will never turn down the opportunity to jump on Bitter Units. That podcast that I jumped on was a lot of fun. So yeah, that's my announcement. I'm sorry that it's sort of all over the place, but sort of nervous, and I've had a few beers, and yeah, it's been a pleasure talking to everybody.
Oddly enough, it's not the first time that he's quit this podcast.
I might be back. Yeah, but this time it's on my this is on my call this time around. Which is good. I'm super excited to just be able to take some time with my family. So
Well, Phil, I will.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I will say
Thank
first
you.
of all, on behalf of the Bitter Units crew, I'm not going to let them talk. I'm going to just speak for them.
That's probably a good idea.
No, that we are very grateful that you came on our podcast and that you've become a friend of our pod. We
Yep.
really enjoyed the time talking with you, and we've enjoyed the fact that you were kind of the impetus behind getting Mike and Joel and you back together, bringing United We Drink back on the airwaves. So I'm glad that you are actually going to get out of the way and let the real talent in that podcast shine.
Feel the same way.
Oh.
So
Build him up just so he can tear him down. Way to go. Like,
Fucking
Jesus.
great transition, Tim. Fucking great.
Pivot.
we are in the process of actually building out as I talked about in the last podcast on United We Drink, when Joel and Mike actually got to interrogate me. We're building out a studio in the house, so there's all kinds of stuff going on. But we will have like an actual recording studio in the house. So God only knows I'll probably be back, but it seems right to sort of take some time at this point in time, specifically with the holidays. And 2020 has been stressful for everybody, and I hope that everybody deals with stress in different ways, and I really hope that if you have the opportunity to spend time with your loved ones, that you're taking this opportunity to sort of do that. And we might not have this opportunity again, so why not sort of grab it by the horns and have fun with it.
Yeah. Like it so it's kind of funny to me, and just a weird feeling that United We Drink was a podcast that Phil and I talked over and figured out like, hey, let's do this while hanging out at one of our local like beer bars down here in South Florida. Like, shout out to Coffee District. And we didn't know what the fuck we were doing when we first started this show. And then like we got popular off of Phil being able to finagle us into being the release person for the tap list for a Hanapu day. I don't remember which it was, but like, because he was working for Cigar City and he was like, hey, can we announce the tap list on our podcast? And like,
it was a big fucking deal back then.
Yeah, it was. And then like Joel had been a guest on the show a number of times, and when Phil decided to take some time away from the show and focus on his career, Joel jumped in. Like, restarting this show, which was a thing that Phil completely started, was like, I don't even remember when it was, but he texted me randomly when I was living in Philly. It was like, hey, what would you think about like starting United We Drink back up with like our improved perspectives on this industry? And I was like, yeah, fuck yeah. Let's fucking do it. I look back at the stuff that we did in the first run, and I'm so glad it doesn't exist on the internet anymore. Like there's probably people who have those episodes because they downloaded them, but I'm happy those don't exist anymore, because God, were we immature fucking assholes. But like, ever since we restarted the show with the industry perspective, yeah, we've been assholes and dicks at points, but we're fucking experienced assholes. We know what the fuck we're talking about this time.
It's Mr. Asshole to you.
It is Mr. Asshole. Like, this has been fucking fun, and I'm glad that Phil was able to join in on all of this. I hate that he is not going to be as involved with the show anymore. From a personal standpoint, it's all completely personal that I think that way. I'm thankful that Joel is still going to stay here so that we can do this. But I'm sorry, Phil has said that he needs to get going. So, Phil, thank you so much for the time that you have put in on this show, this live stream, this everything. I love you, brother, and can't wait to actually drink with you again in person.
Yeah, I think the last time was your wedding. I the main thing I want to say is thank you to everybody that's out there that listens to my voice. I have no freaking idea why you guys like it. But I thank you for everything that you guys, the listeners, do for us on both sides, for Bitter Units and for United We Drink. If it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't do what we're doing. We're not getting paid to do this. Like, this is a labor of love. We love this industry. I think I can, I haven't physically drank with all 5 of us on this call. But I feel extremely close to these guys. I consider them family, and we do this because we love the industry. We really like beer, barbecue sauce, and sports. So we just, we like to talk about it. Somebody gave us a hot mic and said, hey, go for it. But thank you. Continue to support your podcasts. Support local radio, support local artists. That's really the best thing that you can do. Local breweries, local businesses. So thank you. And I'm sure I'll be back. But definitely, looking forward to some time with the family. So thank you guys. Cheers.
Thank you, buddy.
Love you, Phil.
All right. Who's replacing him?
Jesus Christ, that
So
was
we've been
fast. I
working
didn't
on
even
a
leave the
clone
chat
of
yet.
Joel to have 2 Joels. And
Florida, one of 5 states I haven't been to yet. So get there.
Oh, man.
all right, Phil's gone. Let's talk shit about him.
We
Listen,
talked through.
I'm gonna miss Phil. I still don't know what the fuck IRI means, but
In real life.
Real life.
we'll have to pick up this.
IRL.
We'll have to
Wait.
pick up the slack in
Oh,
the,
IRI. Yeah.
Yeah. Phil was the businessman of the podcast. Like Mike is in production and marketing and all the promotional shit, and I'm production, and then Phil was like sales and business and kind of almost like the white collar part of United We Drink. I don't know what the fuck IRI means. We've been doing this for like almost a year and a half now. It's not that Phil didn't do a good job of explaining it. It's that I'm stupid and don't give a shit about the business side of beer. So I kind of block it out of my mind, but it's definitely a missing part of the tripod, if you will. Like Phil is extremely knowledgeable, and Phil is the guy who inspired me to get out of my shitty corporate job and jump into beer. So he is definitely going to be missed, and I hope we can get him back on as soon as possible. But
Hopefully he can keep feeding us little tidbits of news stuff that he
for sure,
gets.
Yeah, I was gonna say just having access to IRI data is kind of awesome.
whatever that means.
It, I
I
for
I.
yeah for JT and Aaron, IRI provides retail data on like sales. So
It's like
when
Okay.
Nielsen.
yeah, it's like Nielsen, but it's for retail specific sales. So when you have IRI data, it's actually a firm that provides data. So when they're talking about being confused by how that effing works, it's still just a weird thing. But you don't just get access to it by like a Google search. So, yeah.
So here's the thing. We've been doing this for about 2.5 hours now. I'm plenty drunk. I'd like to think that Aaron is. And I always got you attacked me immediately. I waited 2.5 hours to attack
Yeah,
you.
that's true. That's true.
I deserve it. I was a complete a-hole that night. I don't know what happened. Well, I know what happened to me. I don't know how I let that happen to me. But
Oh, I do.
yeah.
Having a half day. That's how you let it happen to you.
Yeah.
But I don't blame you for that. So there's a little thing that we do on our podcast called Last Calls. And that is where we give each other on the show an opportunity to speak our minds about something, whether it be beer related or not, and be unopposed, uninterrupted, and just say what you want to say about that. And I think that you guys at Bitter Units have been such wonderful folks to us, having us on your podcast, joining us here on this live stream, that I know I probably should have let you know that you had this opportunity ahead of time so that you could plan for it. But I think it's better and funnier if you don't have that much time to really plan for it. So I'm going to give the opportunity for some last calls to the Bitter Units podcast. And I'm going to start with JT.
Start with me. Okay. So unopposed to anything. If I can say one thing in society right now, it's to support local businesses. I am the son of a local business owner. We're trying to continue his legacy, my sister and I, as we go forward. We've been around since 1967. Hopefully we'll wait around another 60 years, but who knows? But when you go out to eat, if you can afford the, $30 steak, you can afford to tip the server who brought it to you. So tip your wait staff in cash, tip them well, over tip them because most people won't. They work their ass off. They work hard hours. They don't have any health care. They don't have any benefits. They work their butts off. Yeah, you can say, well, the industry's stupid, but it's not their fault. So it's up to you to overtip and over compensate for people who don't. And I'd also say, we talked earlier about nerd movies. I am so freaking excited. Like everyone's X-Men people, everyone's Marvel people. I'm a G.I. Joe guy. I grew up, Snake Eyes was the coolest shit ever. And Snake Eyes finally gets his own first movie by himself. And I can't fucking wait. So there you go.
That's fucking awesome. That is a really good last call. So let's shoot to Tim.
I want to say a huge shout out to you guys at United We Drink for having this happen. You know, it was great kind of serendipity. Aaron and I had discussed before the idea of trying to do some sort of live or some sort of like co-hosted podcast with you guys. I don't know how exactly it happened, but you guys are just kindred spirits with us. We're kind of sister podcasts for whatever reason. But we've been grateful for the fact that we can boost your guys' podcast and you can boost ours. But we've been very grateful to have you guys on, not just as guests, but what I would consider to be friends. It's been clear to me from the get-go that we get each other and we enjoy each other's company. So I'm very humbled by all of this. I'm very humbled by the fact that we've been able to raise over $700 tonight, or what are we, over $750
$752 at this point. Yeah.
That is incredible. So I am so grateful that you considered us for this type of just fundraiser celebrity holiday type of thing. But the idea that we can just hang out together and have fun together, and man, Joel said it earlier on the chat, like, man, I could do this all the time, and I completely agree. I could do this all the time. A night like tonight is a lot of fun because it really just feels like, especially given everything we've been through in 2020 and the quarantine, but just the ability to hang out with each other and have fun and give each other shit and make fun of each other. But man, this has been fantastic.
It really has, bud. Thank you so much. Aaron, you have a last call?
Yeah, that's some pressure, I guess. One, it's kind of cliche, and I'm not a super political person. Tim can relate to that I don't get into that stuff a whole lot. I have my own beliefs. Everybody else has theirs, and I believe that's what makes us different and what makes us who we are. And all I can say is live by the golden rule. That's what I try to do. Treat others as you expect to be treated. I don't care if you agree with them, don't agree with them. This year has been a complete shit show on a lot of fronts. But it does not mean that we have to be inhumane toward each other. The average Joe that you meet out in the street or whatever else, hold the door for them, be polite, do all the things you're supposed to do in a civilized society, regardless of who they are or what they are or anything else. That's the only thing political you'll probably ever hear me say. And I don't know how political that is, really, because it's what should be done. And the second thing is I am personally guaranteeing that we are going to get to $1,000. I don't care if there's not another dime donated. We're going to make it. That's my personal guarantee to you guys. I'm glad to be here doing this podcast. It's a lot of fun. I appreciate you guys. I've deserved every bit of shit Mike has given me for falling off of my chair, basically, during the podcast we did with him. I've had a lot of fun following Joel on Twitter while he hasn't been suspended. Keep that up. And it's been a lot of fun, and I appreciate all of you guys. And hopefully we're still going strong next year. We may have some breaking news soon, hopefully, on the bidder units front. So just keep your eyes and ears open to us for that. Some potentially big news, but we've got to iron out some stuff. And, hopefully maybe next year we're here again.
Yeah, that would be awesome. And I'm looking forward to hearing what you guys have to say. I'm gonna jump in line here. So therefore leaving Joel for last because Joel's good at stuff like this. I really, really, really appreciate every person who has donated to this right now. You have until the end of the day Sunday to still donate to the charity, the fundraiser that we're doing. I'm going to throw it once again out into the live stream, the chat, but thank you so fucking much. I feel like I feel so much good stuff. I feel bad stuff too, because I feel like I underestimated ourselves. I was like, I'll just put the lowest thing that I can do on Streamlabs. And I was just like, let's just do that. Setting goals is scary. And every person who has donated to this, I can't express how much this means to me. Like, we don't get a single dime from this. Not one. This is why I chose Streamlabs charities for the people that we worked with for this, because 100% of everything that you donate goes to the charity. There's a lot of places that when you donate something, it goes towards administrative fees, it goes towards hosting fees, like stuff that makes sense, but like, like we're trying to do something right here, and it's fucking awesome that there's a service out there like Streamlabs Charity. I'm gonna throw that out there. They donate 100% of all proceeds, and that's who we're working with, to the charity of the choice. And we chose Feeding America because fucking 2020. I don't need to say more. No. Like, I've been lucky enough that I've had a job throughout the entire time. My wife has been lucky enough to have a job throughout the entire time. Anyone who has been lucky enough to stay employed through this time, like, fucking awesome. And that's why I felt compelled, like right around the Thanksgiving time, we could have probably done a better job at promoting this and come up with this sooner, but like, right around Thanksgiving is when my whole holiday season starts kicking off. And I'm like, you know what? Let's fucking do something for people. And let's try to raise money for people who are hurting. And like Tim and Joel and I, we were talking back and forth, and like Feeding America seemed like a really awesome thing to do, because people are still hurting. Like, I live right down the street from a church that has been giving out food to people every Wednesday since this whole thing has gone down with the pandemic. And as of this week, there is still lines of cars waiting to get food. And I'm so happy that we are doing something to help people out. I'm glad that we can try to just do something good with this year that we've had. And I thank every single person who has donated $1 or anything to this, because it means a lot to me. It means a lot to this podcast. It means a lot to I would like to thank every single person on this podcast. So thank you. Thank you so much. Joel?
Yeah, I feel like I completely echo Mike's sentiments. Before I jump into that, I did not get a chance to go through my Christmas movie list. So I'm going to tell you that shit real quick, because you know I have strong opinions. So obviously we're going to start out with Die Hard. Die Hard 2, if you got the time. I feel the same way about Home Alone. Like Home Alone 2, yeah, if you've got the time. Trading Places, which most people don't think about. Lethal Weapon. I mean, that movie starts off with Jingle Bell Rock. If that's not a Christmas movie to you, you can go fuck yourself. Whatever you think about Mel Gibson, Lethal Weapon is a Christmas movie. Obviously, Christmas Vacation. The Ref. Listen, the fact that someone else on this episode mentioned The Ref warms my heart, fills my soul, if it exists. and I feel like I can sleep better tonight knowing that someone else recognizes The Ref as a Christmas movie. Scrooged. Listen, whether or not you've seen Scrooge, pull up the last few minutes of that movie on YouTube, cry your fucking eyes out. It is something that is just transcendent and heartwarming and soul-filling and all that shit. A Christmas Story, of course. I noticed some like pushback on A Christmas Story this year, and some people saying it's racist. This is like, look, Christmas movie is a goddamn classic. If you don't like it, shove your head up your ass. Here's one that. So look, I'll go back to the early '80s comedies. Trading Places, absolute Christmas movie. It is between that and Die Hard are like the two movies that actually got me to buy Funko Pop figures, which I swore I would never buy. But Die Hard action figures and Trading Places action figures, fuck yeah. And then there's one that I'm sure a lot of people are not familiar with. 1982, The Snowman. It is a cartoon completely free of dialogue, some incredible music. It's something my mom turned me on to when I was very young and holds a very special place in my heart. There's a version where like David Bowie does the intro, and there's some incredible music in it. It is an absolute beautiful. Yeah, I mean, there's no other way to describe it. And so many people don't know about it. So definitely check out The Snowman. There's got to be the full version on YouTube for sure. But let me just echo what Mike said. You know, it's amazing to have you guys join us, not only the Bitter Units podcast, but everyone who joined in tonight, everyone who donated. I am completely blown away by the donations and exceeding our goals. I chipped in myself. To me, this is such an important charity, not only during COVID and all the shit that's gone on and the way people have been just forced into poverty and hunger and it, to me, it's inexcusable. I mean, every single time I walk into the grocery store, even before all of this, and I see the absolute abundance that is available to all of us, the idea that people go hungry at night just rips me apart, and it makes it very hard to reconcile in my mind and my heart. And I'm truly inspired and I got no words, man. Like, I'm just very grateful to everybody who joined us and contributed. And, you know, this is something I would like to do in the future if anybody's interested. So thank you to everyone involved, everyone who, you know, joined us and contributed and just in the chat and all that shit. And I wish you all the best and thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Well said.
Very well
Yeah,
said.
man. All right. So with wrapping up here, bitter units, dudes. I'll throw it to Tim. You want to plug your guys' podcast, your social media, things like that? Go right ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. You can find us at Better Units on Twitter. Please find us on the Tailgate Society at thetailgatesociety.com, at T-Gate Society on Twitter. Please check us out. Please, all the typical like, download, subscribe, smash that like button, all that kind of bullshit. But no, man, we've had some fantastic guests, as well as, go back and listen to all of the United We Drink guests that we've had, but we have some great guests coming up. We mentioned earlier in this live stream, Eric Hild from Toppling Goliath. I'll give you a little teaser there. He's coming up.
Can't wait to see that or listen to that
guest.
one.
Yeah. So a lot of great stuff. And Aaron has said more to come that we kind of can't wait to share with you as we head into 2021. So please check us out, as well as the United We Drink gang. So Mike, I'll send it back over to you.
Also a very under construction bitterunits.com.
Oh yes.
Yeah, yes.
I gotta say, I think one of the most underrated, maybe most under listened to episodes of the entire beer industry podcast is the episode with fan of the shows Anya.
Yes, she's fucking amazing. We could have done.
We
6
love you,
hours.
Anya.
That episode, like listening to it invigorated me. It pumped me up. I was driving my car and I like listening to it and I was just like, fuck yes to so much that she was saying. So please do go listen to that. Guys, also plug your own personal stuff like Twitter, Instagrams, whatever that you want to throw out there. Tim, you can start.
I'll go first.
Aaron will start.
At Aaron L. Wall on Twitter. I do not have Instagram. I don't have Snapchat. I'm 1,000 years old. That's the only place you're going to find me.
JT?
Pretty much on any social media platform at JT the Nut. So,
Tim?
Yeah, I am at Tim Johnson MN on Twitter. I was at Tim Johnson _MN on Instagram, but apparently they found suspicious activity on my account, and I have an old email address that I no longer have access to. So apparently, I'm no longer on Instagram.
Joel, you want to plug something?
I'm at Joel Brews on Twitter in, I guess, 5 days when I'm out of Twitter jail. But probably don't expect to see too much from me there for the time being. Being suspended kind of tweaked my view and perspective toward the website, and I'm trying not to spend all of my time there as I used to. Phil kind of alluded to me making some announcement, which I really didn't plan to do and didn't want to make anything about me tonight.
It was my fault. I said it first.
I didn't even notice that, but I did put in my notice at Prosperity Brewers. Monday, I will be starting at Barrel of Monks Brewing, who I consider family. I love those guys. I'm really excited for the opportunity, but none of that really matters. It's all about, just everybody being cool and it's very weird when you're forcibly pushed away from social media and you get to step back and look at everything and kind of understand how things work and what people are talking about and all that stuff. I love everybody I follow, but I think all of us kind of need to step back and really prioritize what's important in our lives and shit like that. And I'm appreciative to everybody who joined us tonight. So I'm Joel Bruce once again in like, I don't know, 5 days from now.
Where do we find your TikTok dance videos?
Oh God, no.
I am at Dance Master 69.
Nice.
Oh, Jesus. All right.
Yeah.
It's just a lot of videos of Joel dancing like a skid from Letterkenny.
Yeah. A lot of
Oh,
Running
that's
Man, a lot of Running Man, a lot of Cabbage Patch Kid type stuff, a lot of early 90s, you know.
Fantastic.
New Letterkenny coming up on Boxing Day
Yes.
for us Americans. Looking forward to that. You can follow me at Mike Loves Beer on both Instagram and Twitter. You can follow the show at United We Drink on Twitter, at United We Drink Pod on Instagram, because some fuckface took our handle on there.
Really?
And like, this has been fucking awesome. I never in 1,000 years would have thought that we have raised $817
Yay!
as of just refreshing this for Feeding America. Fucking
Awesome.
thank you to every single person out there
Love you all.
who donated. Like, there are 4 people who donated $100. Like, holy
shit.
fuck.
Yeah, during the
Like-
Christmas season, during a pandemic, no doubt.
Yeah. I mean, this means a lot to me. This means a lot to I am speaking for all of you. Don't chime in. This means a lot for all of these people. Like, this is super fucking stupid serious how awesome our listeners are, and I love all of you for being here and doing that. I hope that you have a fantastic fucking weekend. I hope that you have an awesome holiday season, and I don't even know what our fucking schedule is for recording this podcast. So if we don't put out a show before Christmas, let me just say thank you, happy holidays, Merry Christmas. I am not a religious person, and I will say Merry fucking Christmas because I love fucking Christmas. And be righteous to one another, be cool to one another. Whatever you guys want to say.
Love you guys.
Thanks,
Love you.
everybody.
Thanks,
Thank
guys.
you.
It was awesome.
This should be on YouTube soon. Cool.
So
Thanks.
Peace out.
Bye.
I'll say.
All right. I ended the stream.